Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Yorshian, bring together various friends from all across the internet to play a D&D livestream show. And as always, before we get into tonight's session, I want to thank our top two sponsors, as usual. First and foremost, the wonderful people over at the Deck of Many. They have sent me their wonderful Deck of Many monsters and Deck of Many things, which, as everyone knows my opinion by now, NPCs, weapons, and conditions. These are beautiful, wonderful cards. The art on them is so absolutely astounding and amazing, and I just love these oh so freaking much. So, if you want to get your hands onto these wonderful D&D reference cards for monsters or for these, then I really do suggest walking your happy selves over onto the Deck of Many and get your RPG reference cards. That is the deckofmany.com for your RPG reference cards. Then, as per our second sponsor, as usual, is the wonderful patrons over on Patreon who continue to support me and everything that I do, as well as the stream, the show, and all the other fun stuff that is going to be coming up. And I'm really, really blessed and thankful for everything that has been happening, and we are so close to almost 10 episodes, which is this stream has been going so freaking well, and that's not just in part due to the patrons and you guys, but also wonderful players, which it's time for them to wake up, because you know they got to do their thing, do the thing.
Your lord. You know what's really funny / sad is the first campaign I ever did. It didn't get this far, and it took 3 times as long.
Oh wow!
Hooray!
Fair enough.
So we're doing good pace.
5E, an expedited system.
Right.
That's definitely a problem the last time.
Something to know. I also want to give one more shout out to the wonderful person that had donated last stream, in which that went, like I said, whatever gets donated into the stream goes back into the stream. I ended up getting some new equipment, which you guys will be witnessing in action tonight, hopefully, and also some dungeon tiles, which didn't unfortunately come in tonight, but hopefully will be back for next week, because they're the really nice Dwarven Forge ones. I'm super excited. I've never had them before. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead, jump on into some announcements, and then if you guys are interested in that, let me know. All right. So first and foremost, me, I just want to note this. I have open auditions for one of my shows that I had that I've been running for the past several years, which is How to Be an Adventurer. If you guys are at all interested in that and want to test your voice acting ability, or if you want to audition or just see where that kind of goes, you know, it's on my Twitter, kind of posted it everywhere on the Discord as well. So if you
Anybody?
Yeah, anybody can audition. It's an open audition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But me no hablar inglés.
You have my attention.
Yeah, so
I'll give it a shot.
yeah, we have plenty of male characters. We have a couple of female characters as well. So if you guys want to try your hand at voice acting,
if you need yourselves a grandma who smokes 6 packs a day, I got you covered.
oh, definitely, definitely.
Hey,
baby, you're looking like a fine adventure. Why don't you come over here? Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah.
I got you some treasure you'd like to plunder. Come here.
gross. Here we go.
Gross.
So, also, last week, I noticed that there was a audio desyncing issue that that had popped up on the stream. I would like to apologize for that, and that's the reason why I didn't post the last VOD. I'm currently trying to edit it and see if I can just try and get it back to where it originally was. We ended up drifting off about 3 seconds, which is relatively bad in most streams, so I lowered the bit rate, fiddled with some things. Hopefully it doesn't do it again tonight. If it does happen, please let me know. It might be a better idea just to restart the stream than it is to let it be so bad by the time it happens. It's easier to... Yeah, it's easier to edit 2 parts than it is to edit something that has drifted off for so long. And my next announcement, my last announcement, I will be this Friday, upcoming Friday's video is going to be a spicy anime review. I'm not going to say what it is yet because I haven't decided. I'm filming it tomorrow. But if you guys didn't check out last Friday's video, then by all means, it is me talking about sound design in anime. And if that's your kind of gig, then by all means, I would like for you to witness something that I put a lot of thought into as best I could, at least in my mind. And so that is going to be pretty much it. I'm going to take a bite of pizza now, and I'm going to leave the announcements to the players. So Boo, how you now?
Hey, how's it going? I wasn't here last week, but I'm here now. I don't really have anything else planned except maybe like a few streams of Final Fantasy XIV, but that's it. And I'll be open for commissions later this week at Twitter and Boo Radley. Same goes for Twitch too. I am horrible with announcements, so on to the next.
All right. Next up, Mr. Brachiozoid.
I am Brachiozoid, also Brachy. I play River the Halfling Fighter. I will be streaming art and video games at twitch.tv/Brachiozoid. And I am in charge of letting you know that don't forget that if you want to share a comment or a piece of fan art of the campaign, you can post it on Twitter with the hashtag D6DR and tagging us if you prefer. And that will be it.
Your last stream was actually pretty funny because I remember one part in particular where you opened like the a scuba diver's helmet. And it was just a skull in there, and you were like, "Buenos dias."
Buenos dias, fuck boy.
Buenos dias, fuck boy.
That's supposed to be just a puzzle game, and it turned into horror out of fucking nowhere.
It's a good kind of puzzle game.
All right. Next up, Mr. Joe Cat. Oh.
Hi. I will be releasing more of the edited Nuzlocke that I did a while back. I really appreciate how well it's doing, and it feels really good that people enjoy it, and I'll be doing more of that. I keep saying I'm gonna stream, but then I don't, so I don't know. No promises. Maybe I'll do... I don't know what I'll do. I just want to do more, but I don't know what I'll do. I guess I'll take suggestions.
Maybe
That's all
find
I
some
got.
party games to do with friends.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah, I very well could.
Fun.
Yeah. If you always want somebody that's equally a huge lover of platinum, I would love to stop by and join you on that. Still quite honestly, platinum is probably one of the best.
Maybe if I started again, yeah. Maybe I'll have like a Navi by my side.
Yeah. So someone annoying you the entire time.
Hey, listen.
I'm very good at that.
Let me tell you about why this isn't competitive based.
I'm great at yes-anding.
All right.
I practice.
All right. Next up, Mr. Sir Malovic. As I always say your name weird for announcements for some strange reason.
I have no idea why, but you do pronounce it oddly correctly.
Unlike mine.
Over on my Twitch channel, I do play the video games. Most recently, I 100%ed Crash Bandicoot 1. Hooray! Yeah,
Nice.
on to the second game.
Yeah.
Good luck with the time trials.
Oh, you don't need to do time trials to 100% the first 2 games, just the third.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, but you do have to do the obnoxiously difficult added-in level to get 100%.
All right, I'll see you in rehab in like 3 weeks.
And on top of that, on Wednesday, should be playing Divinity 2 with my friend Bromad.
All right.
I need to play. I want to play. I need friends to play Divinity with. I am now recruiting friends to play Divinity.
I just
Okay.
watched.
Hey,
I
you
just
just
watched
said you wanted to
Monty
stream
and
something.
Crew.
Just
Yeah,
like
Monty.
a real adventurous party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I need to
fun.
pick up Divinity sometime.
Look, I will rub it in your
D6
face
plays
again.
Divinity.
I thought we were
Oh,
supposed to
God.
play Divinity, but no. Then it was just Brahma and you. I got kicked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Damn.
There's also the skeleton.
Get next,
All right. So, Mr. Zito of the Backlash.
We don't use that name anymore. That's the old shit. That's that old busted crap. That new hotness is just purely my last name. Hi, you can find me on twitch.tv/Zito, where you could find me playing indie games, writing homebrew that annoys the shit out of Bracky, and I make sure he's the first one to see it all the time. And you can also
I will strangle you.
Let me tell you about my new concoction, Bracky. Let me tell you about it. It's basically Moomin, playable Moomin. Do you want that? Does that sound cool? If you'll tell me no, fuck you, I'll show you anyway.
It sounds
You know.
adorable, but fuck you.
Does it come
It
with a
sounds
switchblade?
great.
Oh yes, the wheelie, Bracky. Remember the wheelie? Do you like?
Oh my god, the wheel.
Playable Furbies, Bracky. Do you
How
want
are you
it?
supposed to hold shit? How does that even
Shut
work?
up, Bracky. Shut. Bracky.
Shut.
Doit, party dance boogie. You can also find me on TFS. You can find me on The Unexpectables, and let's see, what else? There was like one other thing I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, that's right. So there is something I will be saying. Going forward, I need to buy a new Cintiq. My current Cintiq is 15 years old, 32-inch. They don't make this model anymore, and there's a giant crack at the bottom of it that I'm surprised I'm even allowed to put pen pressure on this thing. I'm going to be opening up auctions and commissions sometime soon to help me raise enough cash to get that. So if you want a commission or whatnot, please watch my Twitter and my Twitch for more details going forward.
Do yourself a favor, get an XP pen instead. Those are far better, man, and way cheaper. Way fucking cheaper.
I was looking at those at Anime Expo.
Dude, they're fucking great. Like,
Yeah. Like, I think it was like 400 for like one of their big ones.
and it covers the entire monitor too.
No.
You can adjust it on a wheelie.
A what now? A what now?
Yeah,
A what-
a wheelie.
A
wheelie.
Hey,
Just
Bracky.
No.
Bracky, I want to commission you $100 to do the official artwork.
I'll do it.
No, you won't.
Just like that.
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
No. It's the Log Boy wheelie. It's the sub race. You gotta get in on that.
You know,
Long boy wheelie.
It touches the moon.
look, you know how I work. I'm not gay, but I suck for 20 bucks.
Zito,
20
you say
bucks is
long
20 bucks.
boy wheelie,
Yeah.
and I think of like a munchkin cat where it has tiny legs, tiny hands, but a really long body.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god.
Just add a bird beak onto it and really huge eyes and a gemstone in the center, and you got it.
All right, and last up, not to ever forget, Mr. Terrence Dry. The Dry
Hi.
Guy.
What's good, everybody? It's me, the Dry Guy. I'm here again, and I'm tired. So in terms of announcements, the only things I can really say is like I'm gonna be doing a YouTube video this week. All of last week was a bunch of voice acting auditions, more projects. Ooh, there's a lot of collaborations coming out this week, I think. But there's one thing I can announce that I'm gonna be in. I'll be voicing a bunch of extras in an upcoming visual novel called My Burning Heart. I think it's actually released now, but they're trying to add full voice acting to it, and I got shortlisted to be some of the extras in it. So, yeah, whenever
Hey.
that gets released, I'll let you guys know officially. But yeah, I made that announcement on my Twitter, which you can go see at Terrence Drive VA on Twitter. So if you want to keep up with my stuff, you can go there.
Bright side is you don't have to read a whole like entire novel,
Yeah.
multiple
no,
takes worth.
Yeah, no, I did that once for To Trust an Incubus, and good googly muggly. There were so many lines, but it was fun. But there were so many lines.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to wait out until that, the game's right here, I see it. My Burning Heart is on Steam for currently right now for $10.99.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So yeah, if you guys want to get it there, or on I think Erdl's Itch.io. If you don't have
Yep.
Steam, you can get it there too.
Yep, I see it. Right underneath is the Itch.io.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Those are all my announcements.
Alrighty. Well, good to know. So,
Just one more thing, in order to finish this up and to say thank you to all the people who have been watching the streams. One more thing, we greatly appreciate sharing the stream / the campaign in social media, and any support that you show is greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining us. These past couple of weeks have been a lot of fun.
That's right.
yeah.
You the best.
Yeah, and also I do also want to thank the artists that have been posting every week an art piece. Last week, Nerm became one of my favorite pieces.
I wish I was here for Nerm.
Yeah,
Gotta
this the lockjaw dwarf with a heart of gold. All right.
I have a song I have to show you from the Neverhood that pretty much describes him completely.
Please do. I need that.
Alright.
But I. Don't worry, we'll start. I'm starting. I swear.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, I'll just put it in the chat.
All right. Oh, that's loud. So. I know. So, where we had last left off. Our adventurers have finally made it into the city of Vale after traveling from the Emerald Enclave. In doing so, meeting with the queen, who has had a past with Canis, being from the House of Hope and the House of Metilius, ended up having a bit of a spat, if not eye-biting, tension. Adventurers had been let known that there is a coven of hags within the forest south of Vale, and in their investigations, they had sent themselves off into the forest, prepared as ever that they could be, and ran into one green hag and a frog behemoth. After some very good rolls, very good rolls, ended a fight before it had even began. And after looting this poor broken neck of a hag, and burying a former frog behemoth that turned back into a frog, you now stand here in the south forest of the Vale, and it is now up to you guys on what you want to do.
Is the hag still there?
Oh yeah, actually, as you're staring down at her corpse, she's starting to kind of deteriorate, like, quickly. It's like whatever had kept her alive, her life force is now being dispersed into the ground.
I was just gonna stand there, jaw agape. Why does this keep happening? I only wanted to subdue her. What?
Well, now she's subdued forever.
That doesn't help at all.
Oh, it's a mighty good deterrent. Oh yeah, you guys were looting.
Yeah, so you guys had
What did you
found...
find?
You guys found 3 rings, a book, full of notes talking about spells, research notes even, that kind of describe magic and their properties. It's not really much of a spell book, but it does describe how spells are done, the way spells are done, even though, Fae being innate. It seems like the notes, and Lionel, as you're reading through them, it kind of details back farther from when you were told they had got here. So it feels like the timing is off. Like, I'm talking like 2 to 3 years off. And also 50 gold pieces. And that was pretty much everything that you got off of her.
Well, I guess we got some extra coin, and Garu, it's okay. It's just fine. It was her or us.
I mean, it happens more times than I would want it to.
Look, she was a hag. The Fae are not exactly, well, mortal, if you want to say it like that.
Yeah, well, you may be right, but what if it accidentally happens to someone else? These hands, I can't control them.
These dirty hands.
They just fucking slide up into the camera. These hands.
Oh.
And the gun's hanging off the pinky.
Everything I touch gets destroyed.
Everything I touch dies.
Well, that's okay. Lionel says out loud, just like very blatantly with his nose in the book that he's reading from the hag. Says here, this can bring it back. Turns it around and shows off the book has the spell reincarnation.
No, what is
What?
It's talking very much in detail on the properties of reincarnation and how they've studied it from druids over centuries, and now that it's starting to compile down to the major notes here, it is extremely well detailed, especially for.
That raises a question. What's the take in this world? I don't remember if we talked about this. What's the take of this world in Resurrection? Like, is it possible? Is it a common spell?
It's possible to bring back those who have passed through the Vale. However, on every occasion, whenever somebody has ever come back, they haven't come back 100% correct. Sometimes it's just minor cosmetic, like, you know, changing of hair, the eye glazed over, or you know, maybe like a limb permanently gone, or like maybe lost a finger or something like that. And then there are more serious cases of insanity, kind of becoming a twisted amalgamation. Like if it's not done correctly, it can turn into a very bad scene.
Lionel will take one extra page from the book, write down the spell, and waddle on over to Franz and hand him the piece of paper with the spell reincarnation. A lot of it detailed a lot of things that I don't think I possibly could do, but it seems like something you might be able to.
You're just gonna give this to me?
Look, of course. I would put it in someone's hands who I know could possibly do it. Knowledge should be shared.
That's very generous of you.
Franz's eye.
It's very thoughtful of you, Lionel.
I get this spell, though, and I show him Dragon's Breath and Polymorph.
I didn't see that.
It's good for that. I did see. Okay.
I can cast it right now, Franz. Check it out.
Thank you for the gift, my dear friend. I'm just gonna take this now.
Lionel, we are in a forest. Do you think breathing fire is a good suggestion?
Would you rather ice or thunder? Thunder?
Neither.
Thunder? Thunder?
I would suggest
Thunder?
Lightning, thunder, lightning and thunder.
Every time Canis hears Lionel say thunder, he just has flashbacks.
He's just saying it over and over again for effect.
Yeah, it's not actually
narrower and narrower.
Lionel's just right next to thunder. Thunder.
Thunder?
Why are you doing that?
Thunderstrike!
River would like to look for tracks to see where the hag came from or her direction. Like, I want to see if we can find the location of the other ones.
Make a nature check. Because you're tracking.
While this buffoonery is going on.
Yeah.
Can I help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to help.
Better.
Come on, dice.
Do your thing. That's not a good thing.
It's going to be
no.
19.
Mine's gonna be a 9.
9. Okay.
Oof. Well, I mean, with assistance, you can grant them advantage.
That is true. So, River, do you want to roll with advantage?
Did I roll 19? Okay.
Hey, you might
No,
get
the other
20.
one was a 1, but I'm a half.
Okay.
And 13 plus 3. No, I'm going to keep the 19.
All right. So, Kind of inspecting the immediate ground, you notice even by the tracks that she had made, there are still some rather sizable tracks, bushes being crushed and stuff from the frog behemoth kind of moving about in this immediate area. Let's see here. All right. You notice that it does lead back to that pyramid area where it looks like a stone temple that has kind of just been let go.
Yeah, that makes sense for them to make a living there.
Yeah, so it does lead back to there. However, even through your investigations, you are noticing that there are more than one set of footsteps. You're noticing that there is probably more than one frog behemoth.
Oh, I relay this information to the rest of the group.
Yep.
You better keep that breath spell for later. We might need it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could appeal to their better nature. And Urza rubs his hands. Come on, they're just minding their own business. They didn't ask for this.
I'm pretty sure they're asking for it.
Well, no,
They're the ones,
Dry
they're the
your
ones
elbow.
making the woods this way. Yeah, you're a bit quiet.
me?
No, dry.
Okay,
Dry.
great.
You're
Oh,
good,
okay,
Jake.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sir, you have good intentions, but these things are not, I don't know, persuadable?
Lionel picks up the tiny frog corpse. I would need this.
I thought Urza buried that.
Yeah, we
He
burned
did.
that.
He did. So Lionel, you dug up the grave of a dead frog, picked it up from its grave, and showed it to everyone.
And then put it back.
Yeah.
When you do, Urza just like puts his hands on his cheeks and like,
That's
Lionel sees that catatonic faces and then puts it back in the ground.
all right.
It's like a cat
All
showing
right.
what he found today.
Yeah.
It shows that I care about you, man. Come on, keep up.
It's a
River,
gift.
with all due respect, these are just animals. They're acting on instinct. These hags, they're taking control of them. I can help them.
Are you sure about that? It didn't seem to work last time.
I know I can.
Different thought. If you're objecting for us attacking these frog behemoths and they turn back into regular frogs if we kill the hags, should we not just do exactly what we did to this hag and kill them before we even think about attacking the frog behemoths?
Exactly.
If we manage to get close to them, this one was a lucky shot.
Can someone else do it next time? I still feel kind of guilty.
You guys, just to take passive notice, you guys are noticing after spending the amount of time that you've been here, you are beginning to notice that it is now reaching towards the nighttime.
Perhaps we should set up camp then.
I do not think this is good terrain to set a camp in.
You're not.
Especially if they are waiting for their sister and she doesn't come back. Am I right, Alarm?
Shouldn't stay anywhere where it's their stomping ground. We should find somewhere way more clean than this.
Would Franz be able to find something more cleaner to stay at and also a little bit further away from here?
Make a survival check.
Okay.
For the sake of, mainly for the sake of finding a safe place in a very dangerous area, and this being nature. And
Give me one second.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
just a straight.
All right. I've got a 16 plus 7, so that's a 23.
All right, so you guys, after traveling out about an extra hour before night actually begins to fall, you guys do find what is a minor clearing. It's wide enough to where you guys can light a fire and pitch your tents. Lionel, make a perception check. Do you want to go up a tree or do you want to stay on the ground?
I'll go up a tree.
All right.
And can I do this with advantage if I put it into smell, or is that not possible?
You're just trying to scope out and see if you can put the tower here.
Oh, I actually think it would be a bad idea to place the tower here.
Yeah.
I was
enough.
going to bring that up. A tower's not exactly stealthy.
As much as I'd like to sleep in a bed, I don't think a tower in a hag's forest is a good idea.
Especially when that pops up out of nowhere.
However, I can do something a little bit better. If we make camp, I can then cast a fog cloud around us.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
All right. Then you guys find the small clearing. It's even with go ahead and still make the perception check to see how.
Sure. Not gonna be fantastic. It's going to be a 12.
12? That's still good. Even with everything that you were able to see and kind of getting the scope of how large you would need to make the fog cloud, you would say that, you know, if you keep the fire low and you keep the noise down, you might be able to make it throughout the night without having to be bothered.
Quick question: How long does the fog cloud last?
Let's double check that, shall we? Spell book. Fog cloud lasts for casted above level 12. You could have a radius of 12 feet. Blah 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 blah. The sphere spreads out into a corner heavily obscured. Lasts for the duration until a wind or moderate great gust of speed up to 10 miles per hour disperses it.
Check in duration. How much is that?
It creates the fog cloud, but it doesn't. Something has to disperse it.
Yeah, something has to move the cloud.
So long as there's, fair weather out, it's going to stay there.
It's duration concentration up to 1 hour.
Yep, and like I said, if I make it at higher level, when I cast this spell higher, I can increase the radius by 20 feet per every high level. So I could technically make this thing 180 feet wide.
So are we staying here for just a short rest?
That's
Nighttime.
It was
probably
already
long rest.
dusk. Yeah.
I mean, we could always just keep going. Well, exhaustion is.
Yeah, I was about to say exhaustion would kick in.
Fighting hags at night is probably not a good idea either.
Oh, yeah.
So, you guys set up camp?
Yep.
I believe so.
If we set up camp and just before we're ready to go to sleep, I will cast fog cloud at 3rd level, so it would take up 180 feet by 20 feet square. Circumference, I'm sorry.
Okay.
While he does that, I will tend to truffles and cauliflower and brush them with my.
Make a animal handling check with advantage since you're connecting with your
Roll to pet the animals.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah. No, they're being well taken care of, and they very much appreciate the active effort, and also, it's nice to have someone that's able to reach the spots that they can't.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be my one good roll this game.
River
Rolling to
would like
pet.
And
River
then
would,
cauliflower
would
going.
River will approach us during this.
Oh, would you like to do some brushing, River?
Sure. I can't really reach
come
that
on.
far,
Don't
but-
be a stranger. Come on. And I will show River kind of where to brush and stuff, and kind of good directions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I need to also do another animal handling?
I would
Taken
say
care of.
that make one with advantage, considering that they're already feeling comfy.
Is mine number- Okay. 17.
Yeah. No. Same thing. Second verse, same as the first.
I will during this. I will. River will talk to her and say, you You and friends seem to be reconnected with nature.
In different senses. It seems like he knows the plants and the land. I'm more of an animal kind of person.
That's the thing. I recall you said you were raised by truffles.
Yeah.
Were you a kid or a baby during that?
Well, the only thing I ever remember is being under truffles. I don't quite remember my parent.
But when the first time we met, you said you never heard music before.
Oh no. Well, I didn't know what it really was. I've only ever come to town for the odd supply run.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's a little. I've been a little interested as to how you came to be. You said you didn't know music. You were only raised by truffles, and yet you're able to communicate in common and understand the basics of trade.
Oh, well, I was taught by someone, in a sense. But
Truffles?
perhaps that's a story for... No, not truffles. Oh, she's got a way with words, just not common.
Boink.
I'll give truffles one of the last apples I have.
And once again, one big bite, and there's just juices and pieces falling out of her mouth.
Yeah. Enjoy those. We're almost over, almost out of them. And,
Are you... You seem to have a way with animals, River. Are you used to handling?
on the farm we had pigs, we had sheep, we had goats, different things. But I don't know. Truffle seems a little different from all of them. And we have seen true of that. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about regarding your connection, your connection with animals. I can't promise that the frog humans will be fine. I will do what is necessary to protect everyone.
Urzer puts up one hand. I totally understand. I only ask for an opportunity.
An attempt?
If it fails, he shrugs. Oh well, there's more animals in the forest. I just like to help where I can.
I will try, and just be careful, okay? I'm not a
no
big fan of
worries.
this-
If I cried tears every time a centipede was crushed under Truffles' hoof, I don't think I would have any tears left.
Very well then. Here, have one of these, and I give him 2 apples just in case Truffles. And
River,
thank you so
much. Oh, you really appreciate it. I'll give one. I'll give one to Truffles, and I'll give one to Cauliflower.
I remember she was not a big fan of the gooseberries. And
Say again. You kind of cut out.
I remember she was not a big fan of the gooseberry.
Wasn't she?
She always she wanted to eat more.
Well, she didn't get this size by, eating ration. I'll tell you that.
And
I'll take the.
she huffs at you.
Just be careful, okay, yes, sir.
Same to you, friend.
And I'll go back to the group and prepare for my watch.
All right. So, who is starting the watch?
I will.
All right, and then afterwards.
Paranoid.
All right. River. You start your night as you stand by what is a low-lit fire staring into the dark forests. The mists and fog that surround the immediate camp in order to prevent the any onslaughts. You hear in the distance some slight crying. It's far, but even with the sound, you can hear as if yelling and sobbing.
Is this sad crying or ugly crying?
Like ugly crying.
Ugh.
Ugh.
And after about what is about 30 minutes of this, silence. It no longer echoes throughout the forest. All you hear is the sound of the mists and the crickets. That will be the end of your watch. Who's taking the next?
Garu will.
Alright. Garu. As you trade places with River.
I had to let him know about the crying.
Oh, well, that sounds ominous. Do you think there's one of the hags that found the other one?
More than likely, they are not going to be happy.
Well, I'll definitely try and apologize when I meet them.
I prefer you don't meet them. At least not alone.
Yeah. Preferably.
Alright. So, Garu. You sit by the now slightly dying fire. The embers and the coals are the only thing that's keeping you warm here during the night. You see nothing. The night continues on. It presses forward. You feel no tremors. You feel nothing out of the ordinary. You hear no sounds, just only the slight low sounds of the crickets throughout the forest and the bugs that crawl upon its trees. Your watch ends. Who's next?
Phew, okay.
Canis will take that shift.
Alright. Canis, the fire is out. You are staring into the dark forest. In the meantime, Lionel. Tonight, in your dreams, is unlike any other. You hear the slight cackling in your dreams. Start seeing something dark. A figure that has no human design. It's almost as if it's the creatures that you had saw within Lycia Bay. And the visions become a nightmare. Your breathing becomes very heavy. You feel as if the entire world is starting to crush upon you. And in your nightmare, you're running through your village within the forest, and you try to return back to your home, only to find there is nothing there aside from the hanged bodies of your parents.
Jesus!
And you jump awake. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God, what the fuck?
That's rough, buddy.
What
You
the
opened that
shit?
book.
That's rough, buddy.
You opened a fucking hack book.
Soft 20.
Soft 20. As you jump awake and you hold your mouth shut, keeping yourself from having to scream as loud as possible. Canis, you hear the rustling within the tent. As you turn, you hear the muffled scream of Lionel.
Canis will check it out.
Canis, as you enter, you see a heavily breathing Lionel, waking up by a nightmare.
Lionel, what happened?
Not rational. Not rational at all. I just had I guess a nightmare is what it is. You know, just seeing my family strewn across my own home, dead, and hearing laughter in my head. It must be this place. It's the only logical thing I could think of.
I suppose the faster we deal with the hags, the better then.
I don't like believing in premonitions or visions and whatnot. I've read nothing but stories about these things, but it's all bunk. It's all bunk. Nothing just magically appears in your head. Nothing is brought to you in dreams. It all needs to be sound and logical.
Lionel, you already said it was probably the place doing this to you.
No, you're right, but I know how much fear can probably destroy any sort of party. Like I said, I've read nothing but books about it, that fear is this mind killer, and that's all I have. That's all I have to be able to summon forth something to defend myself. If I lose that...
Lionel, we already know what we're going up against. We can deal with this. You can deal with this. Just stay behind me, and you'll be fine.
Lionel turns and looks over at River. Is she asleep?
Cobras! Cobras!
I see, her night terrors are just kicking in.
Now she's sleeping.
Alright.
With a sword in between her hands.
I look back to Canis. Keep 2 out. And I go back to sleep.
Alright. With that, Canis, you return back out. Lionel, it's hard for you to go back to sleep.
Balls.
The very vision. It takes you about 30 minutes to finally calm down, but by the time you do, you start trying to ease back into the sleep.
Right. Boy, howdy, I know that anxiety sleeping. I know that shit.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Here I go.
This is probably not appropriate, but this is what I imagine.
God.
It's perfect.
God. God damn it. Shut up.
Wait,
That's not needed.
How you doing, Lionel?
No, I'm not doing that. I rolled a 16.
Cobras.
Just a silent.
Alright. So, Lionel, as you begin to try and close your eyes, you try to fall back asleep. You begin to hear the sound of the cackling and the laughing once more, and your eyes shoot wide back open in fear of the visions that you've seen. As you do, you are not in your tent. You are looking around as if you are in a slaughterhouse, and you are strapped to a table. And that's when you shut your eyes and open them back open again. It is like being in a nightmare. And by the time you wake up and you know what's real, you cannot rest through the night.
Oh no.
Well, Lionel will just sit there in the tent, looking up at the fucking ceiling of the tent with the Squidward open eyes.
Unfortunately, you will not be gaining the effects of the rest for the night.
Oh shit.
Cool.
No.
Well, the wizard is crippled out of spell slots.
Oh no. Are you actually out?
Nope, I have 1 3rd-level spell slot and 1 and...
Here's the thing.
Actually...
You get your spell slots because you had rested through the majority of the night, but you cannot gain full rest. So you have exhaustion, but you do have a short rest.
Oh, good, I'm rolling with disadvantage. Good!
Did he manage to sleep like 6 hours at least?
Yeah. He can't get a full sleep.
Okay.
Well, I have arcane recovery, but now I'm rolling with disadvantage on everything. Okay.
Hey, a side note, if it's a short rest, can we like roll a single hit dice, or is that just for long rest only?
Are you even hurt?
If you're
yeah, I actually am.
Are you even hurt? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Last I checked.
No, that HP was like that when you left. So that's from like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and a couple of days
you should have been. Yeah, you should have. You should have healed up.
I'll bring it back to full then.
All right. So So yeah.
All right, fine. Fuck. All right, fine. Fuck it. If I'm not gonna be able to sleep, I'll just keep reading.
Yeah. So as you reopen the book, the ancient Theban and Fey voices passing by you as if nothing happened because you've seen worse at this point. Make an intelligence check, just to check because you're kind of studying someone else's notes.
Alrighty. That's a 19.
19. And you're studying throughout the notes, you are beginning to see certain names, especially ones that you wouldn't think to hear, as they are often in storybooks, like Oberon and the Feywild and a castle within. As you begin to research the notes, you are beginning to find out that these hags used to actually be really dignified researchers in the field of magic and trying to study, the different planes and the art of magic in and of itself, even though their abilities are very innate. However, somewhere along the way, this group, about 9 of them, split off into doing different kinds of research, like looking into the abyss, dealing with fiend magic, and then there is something in the notes before a page has been ripped out. A meeting. A very weird individual. The best that was described before it goes to the page that is ripped out is talking about how handsome he was, how beautiful this being was, eyes of gold and hair of, and then ripped.
Okay, metagame me is going, this sounds like a very familiar story in D&D lore, but not here though. And of course, that story is Asmodeus, so don't mind me.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh yeah, I figured it's not, but I'm just like, I got Asmodeus vibes getting on here because with the creation of Eucalops.
Yeah.
So don't mind me. That's just me tapping into my nerd lore.
No, I get you. All right. Well then, Lionel, as you are continuing on with your day, Canis, you are the last on this watch, and as you begin to see the cresting sun coming from the north, beginning to shone through the trees, the mists and the fog beginning to slightly die out. Seems like you guys have made it through the night. Most of you.
Alright. I'll kick everyone awake.
Alright.
Kick him asleep. Knock him unconscious.
Yeah, like a gentle kick.
Yeah. That magical off switch in the center of someone's forehead.
River goes flying like he gets punted.
Into a tree.
Cover.
Or half.
We ready?
Oh, yeah, we're all... Oi, I know. You look a little bit frizzled.
And sleep.
Oh. Well, you could rest on the way. Truffles makes a great blanket.
I'm not going to sleep in these woods.
Oh. All right then.
Not until these hags are dealt with will I go to sleep.
Are you okay there?
No. I saw my family flayed and burnt in an entire warehouse full of corpses of my people. And I hear them laughing in my head. This place is altogether evil, and I will not close my eyes until we are out of here.
Well, that's concerning.
Very well.
Mm.
Next
Yes,
time we
that's
do...
the only other thing I could think about to keep my mind from idling into these weird nightmarish places is that I keep reading this book, and everything in this book keeps telling about someone called Oberon, an old world hero or a story I used to hear from, more about the Feywilds, and then a meeting with some kind of really impressive creature that's beyond human comprehension, and then the page is ripped away. All these hags, oh my god, I just killed... Lionel just like snaps up at like catatonic faces. Oh my god, we just killed another wizard.
Lionel? Look, until we are done.
We killed one of a set of 9 researchers of different realms. They're all studying various different realms. It's all in this book.
Well, they gone insane now.
Ooh.
Lionel, until we are done here, you need to stop looking into these things, artifacts, until we are done here.
No, River, this is the only thing that's keeping my mind from wandering into darker places. Knowledge will keep me safe and sane.
Lionel, this started after you started reading that book. That may be its way of trying to get you to keep reading it.
Let me at least copy something more important. I'm gonna copy the spells from this book into my book.
All right.
If anyone else feels brave enough to hold on to this thing, by all means. If River goes
his hand out.
Okay, cool. He hands it over to Cadus, because I was about to say if River was about to do it, he would psych it the fuck away from her.
All right. Canis,
You would have tried.
Canis, as you grab the book, it definitely has some sealing magic behind it. Definitely anybody with prying eyes that would want to try and read it would probably get something back from it. It's not a nice...
Can Garu try and read it just for like a fucking shits and giggles?
These pages surprisingly have braille.
Somehow.
Oh, do they have braille?
No.
No, they don't have braille.
Yeah, you don't know that.
They suddenly spawn out bumps.
Damn it, you tempt you.
So, I mean, Garu, do you?
No, I was just fucking doing it for shits and giggles.
Okay.
It actually has braille. I can try.
Well, guys, we have an entire day of Fey hunting to do. So everyone needs to be on their up and up.
Alright. Who... Actually, who is the highest per passive? Urzer. As you're looking towards the area of the temple, you are noticing a small stream of black smoke.
Oh, pointed out to my allies.
Like a fireplace?
Or smoke signal.
Maybe you should... I don't know how dangerous it is to... why not? I'll take Cauliflower to scout.
Alright.
I'll be back.
Make
Just-
a...
Lay low.
So, you do have enough clearing from this area from where you're able to run, so you take Cauliflower and you take to the sky. Make a perception check.
Perception.
If I heard
Hey, that's funny.
That's
Heyo.
funny? Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you're staring above and over the temple, as far away as you possibly can, you can tell that almost as if a shorthand ritual had been performed. Near the temple, you see near its entrance what is the clearing of what was once a fire, and you see a large green mass beginning to move back from the maw of the forest, and also 2 individuals. I need you to make a stealth check with disadvantage because they might have already noticed you.
I'm in the skies. Oh boy. Disadvantage. Okay, so that's a 17. That's a 10.
total?
Well, I'm rolling with disadvantage, so the lower one is a 10. Yeah, total. Yep.
Oh no.
Oh,
Lionel, catch him.
Do they look like they're coming our direction?
No, they are still at the temple, but
How far? Like a mile?
as you see these two, as they begin to walk out towards the front of the temple, towards the opening, they notice you and they begin to stare you down, and you see one try to raise its hand.
Oh boy. I'm gonna quickly bank and book it from there.
All right.
All right, cauliflower. It seems it's time to go now.
Make a check. Make a dexterity check, because you are pulling on this creature to make a very hard turn, and you might fall.
I use. Okay.
How close are we to the temple? Jesus.
You're about a good quarter mile away.
We took the hard way in. We probably got there as fast as possible.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Hell yeah.
So as you pull on the reins, Cauliflower immediately turns over and you go upside down for a half second before you curve back in, and you are fucking dashing back to your party.
It seems they may know we're here. Sorry about that.
No.
Also, they've got something big. Something really big. And green.
Another Behemoth?
Most likely.
Maybe.
You think we can get close to that place with the thing you did last time? The shadows thing?
We most certainly can. I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace again.
Alright.
So now for the next hour, you can add +10 to your stealth check. Everybody.
Okay.
It's going to be a hard one. They know where we are.
I very much appreciate that.
Especially you, cleric.
The guy in blue and silver and covered in armor. Yeah.
Alright. So, you guys, having passed without a trace, where are you going right now?
I want Franz to kind of take a wild form and kind of find a different path around the hags to kind of get to wherever Urza saw they were at. Because I feel like there's something there that might be useful to either stopping them, or at least kind of like getting out of their way. Because the last place they would probably find us is back at their own home base.
So the idea is not to go straight for it, it's going like a curve.
Mm-hmm.
Go around and use the back entrance.
Good idea.
And what he wants to do is kind of scout it just a little bit as a fox, and then just come back and be like, okay, this place is safe.
Okay. So, go ahead and make a stealth check, because you are trying to avoid them.
All right, and that's a stealth check as a fox, correct?
Yep.
All right.
You do get the +10 for Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that just for one roll only, or is it just like for a certain?
It's for the next hour.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Ooh. That's pretty good, actually. My God.
Yep,
All
yep,
right,
yep.
so that is a 13 plus 10 plus stealth.
33.
Stealth is so 3, so 13. Oh my God.
As silently as you can, and as you begin to try and inspect the pyramid to the best of your ability in order to try to find any entrance, fortunately, it seems like you're running into the same problem. This place is old, it's decrepit. The entrances are very limited. There are ones near the top that would probably maybe be able to get you down to the center, but the immediate interaction of trying to find a way inside is difficult, and trying to also make sure that you avoid these hags. So even through all your investigation and spending the time out here the most you can, you begin to see the head of white and long hair before you snap away and get away as fast as you can before ever being seen or caught. You return back to your party.
I return back and I'm actually like shaking. That is actually frightening Franz right now. And he shifts back into his human form and he's like, we need to get out of here.
Man, I was kind of hoping you would stay in fox form just so I could pull this off, because this is what we hear then.
Tato! Hiya!
Okay. Serious is back in play. I'm sorry.
All right. No, I love it.
I don't want to be an asshole, but
What? Retreats? Don't we have business to do?
We have to deal with them.
Franz snaps his neck towards Urzer, places a single hand on his shoulder, and is like, we need to leave.
Oh, all right then. Well, where's the way out?
Franz, what happened?
I think we can trail back to where we came from. We just need to leave.
Franz, why?
We need to leave.
River, I think
not do this.
River, I think we should take his word for it. It wouldn't hurt to take a few days, get some extra help, make sure we're a little bit more prepared. It seems that we're maybe not as ready as we thought we were.
Wouldn't that mean they also get the time to prepare for us?
They are already preparing for us. They've been put on high alert now that one of the hags has already been killed.
Yeah, and even more time? Who knows if maybe whatever they're doing here, they are accelerating.
From what you can tell, there was only 2. And even through
Covenant tends to be 3.
Even from your former investigations, you know that there had only been 2. There's only one other Behemoth, as well as the fact that they are extremely weak because they are no longer a coven. A coven takes 3.
It requires 3 hacks. Right now, they are the weakest they are ever going to be. If there's a time to do this, it's now. We cannot let them have an extra time.
If we are going,
literally. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, Franz is literally shaking, gripping his outfit, and he's just muttering under his breath. You didn't see what I saw. You didn't see what I saw. You didn't see what I saw.
Gar's gonna put a hand on his shoulder. It's okay. Breathe. Like this.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'll just do that several times and it'll be alright.
He gives Garu a slight smile, but he's still kind of shaken up, but he's gonna just take a step back for a little bit.
Can I conjure a spyglass?
Oh.
It would fit, right?
It would.
The space, yeah. You conjure a spyglass, and there, right in your hand.
I will look out in the direction where Franz warned us.
All right. As you begin to peer through, make a perception with advantage.
Which evens it out. Hell yeah. What an even out! I'm never gonna get this in combat. Nat 20.
All right.
Hell yeah.
From what you can see, there is something big, something green, and it's coming your way.
Something big, something green. That's what he's afraid of. I can't get a good glance at what it completely is, but it is a very large creature.
Well, if it's another giant toad, we just have to take care of the hags, and then it'll turn back into a regular toad, right?
Yeah, if it's going this way.
Plus, I have a way with words. I'm sure I could appeal to its better nature.
All right, listen. It's like Lionel kind of like pinches his finger as the spyglass disappears, like pinches the bridge of his nose. We don't know what we're up against, and that's our biggest fear right now. The only way for us to actually tackle this in any sort of way is to let them pass by and observe them. So we hide as best we can, and then we strike from behind if we feel we can take it.
I believe in us.
Let's do a recon situation.
No, we hide and let them pass by. We don't recon, we let them go past us.
And besides, if they're sending a guard out, that means that it's not at the helm when we attack them.
Let's hide right away then, instead of talking.
Yep, let's find some hiding spots.
I was gonna say, you guys have about a good half second to decide on this. So
I
you
was about to
guys
say,
Why we're all
go
hiding right
ahead.
now.
We're gonna hide.
Go ahead and make stealth checks.
Still
With plus 10, everybody.
Okie
Plus 10. Ooh.
22.
Oh, crap.
Well, with disadvantage, I get a 14.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
soft 20.
So 20.
I
Do I
enjoy
have plus 10 from the pass without trace eater?
That is with plus 10. Oh, actually, and that's... Oh, wait, no. That's actually 16, because I didn't... Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It is 14. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
got
got
a-
a natural. Sorry.
I got a 36.
What
Whoa.
the fuck?
Because I got
Homer
a-
Simpson
Oh.
in the bushes.
Can you give it?
I gotta-
Can you give some of that to Lionel? Is that even possible? Just hold him and like put him on your back.
I'm gonna
Urza just melts into the bush.
Yeah, it's just as you're watching Lionel panicking kind of around trying to find a place to hide, you grab him, bring him into the bush, and then almost like a chameleon with camouflage, it conforms.
I got a natural 20
Homer
to a
Simpson's
33.
All right, River, like standing like a piece of wood next to a tree. You are untraceable.
33, Bobby.
All right, so all of you had made your check. As you begin to watch this bounding beast and you
Another
see
Pokemon?
as the froghemoth begins to bound over alone. You see its three eye stalks beginning to kind of look around every which direction.
3. Ooh.
Yeah, it has three eyes. Sticks around for about a minute before continues onward past the area that you seem to have gone to investigate. It's getting further away from the temple.
Perfect.
And there's no one behind.
There's nobody behind.
They sent him to take care of us.
Can you still do a perception in the general area to see if something did follow him? Or follow the froghemoth?
Go ahead.
Oh, 2.
Really?
Well, on the die, I only got a
From what you
5
can tell,
total.
from what you can tell, nothing have followed it.
Crazy idea. Was its mouth full?
I would say in the situation where you were, if you were able to see it, go ahead and make a perception check.
No, 4.
4. Unfortunately, it was going by too fast for you to notice if it had a full mouth. So unfortunately, no.
Ooh, could there be a perception check to see if there was anyone possibly hiding and riding on the back of the toad? Or the froghemoth, really?
Yes,
Like
you
if
may.
they were like on top of... Okay.
Yes, you may. This will be the last check on the froghemoth, though.
Alright. Boy, that is a 4!
Oh,
Nope.
Wow.
Boy!
All of us are
even,
too scared.
even as plain as day, no, there was nothing on its back.
Okay.
Say we make our way to the temple.
Okay, before we do that, I'm going to instead not worry about the frog Behemoth. I'm going to use my scent to see if there's anything towards the temple. And that will even out because that's an advantage check.
All right, go ahead.
A nat 1!
Tonight.
Oh, we're doing great,
Get him out
guys.
of the
We're
way.
all too,
Just get him
we're
out
all
of the
too
way now.
scared to pay attention.
Outstanding.
From what you can smell, it smells like gross mucus and frog farts.
All right.
Here,
I
I'll
have a
give you guys
fucking
one.
negative 10. I have a negative 10 perception, but I want to use my fucking tremor sense to see if there's something behind us. Just for we're already fucking rolling 1s and 2s. Why not?
Let's start moving to the fucking temple.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
No, we're stuck on this. This has to be done.
We all have to do a perception check. Every single last one of us, just to be sure.
All right,
So, should I roll?
sure, go ahead.
Fuck it, for shits and giggles, why not? That is a fucking 4.
Okay, let's go to
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
To the temple we go.
To the temple.
All right.
Stealthily.
So, as you guys make your way to the temple near its entrance, as you finally exit the maw of the forest, you are met with this giant stone structure, slightly dilapidated, several pillars knocked down, and in its clearing there is about a platform up, and then it goes towards the back, and you see a giant gate made of stone, where you see that there seems to be some seals on it.
Hey, Yarrow?
Yes.
Real quick, I know I should have done this ahead of time, but while we're moving, can I place counterspell in my storing ring?
Yes, you may.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep. Also, to note, as you notice your storing ring, you notice that its initial glow that it had gone out. And as you put it back in, the glow comes back. You're pretty sure there was a spell that was in there when it was sold to you, but it must have gone away when you used it on the hag.
Oh. Huh. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pocket that knowledge.
Hold person does not hold hags, unfortunately. It had a hold creature in there.
Oh.
Doesn't have Fey, no medium.
Man,
no humanoids.
Man, that's mean. Calling hags not people.
Yeah, no.
They're in the
Yeah,
monster
that
manuals. You
that
know, they're
was-
monsters.
That was my mistake. I will admit that
Okay,
was
fair
my
enough.
mistake. But
Fair
The
enough.
biggest monster
I
is
had-
man itself.
I had
The biggest monsters were the rules we met along the way.
Yeah. That was my mistake, and I apologize. I'm not a great DM, I promise. I'm
dude,
trying to
it's
do my
fine.
best.
It's
We're
fine.
human. We're only human.
Okay.
Not like those filthy hags.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Back
Okay.
to the game.
All right. So, as you, what is the marching order here?
Keep me in the back.
Keep it in the front.
I'll be in the middle.
Candace in the
I
front.
will
I
also
will be around the middle as well.
You know what? I can take this advantage. I can hide behind Canis.
Just crawl on his
Halfling-
back like the fucking backpack.
Halfling nimbleness. I can hide behind medium-sized creatures.
Okay.
Can you also move through the space of medium size without penalty?
Yeah, that's the power of the halfling.
Yep.
Many campaigns don't let everyone move through creatures, so halflings get fucked in the ass.
Where are you, Franz? Franz, where are you?
I am in the middle as well.
Alright.
Most likely either A, in front of Urzer, or behind him, depending on how Urzer wants this to be.
You can be in front of me.
Alrighty then, I will be in front of Urzer.
All right. And question to Urza: Are you taking truffles, or are you taking cauliflower?
Let's take truffles this time.
All right. Good to know. I will have.
If we're going indoors, probably best not to bring the flying creature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
assume for safety, cauliflower is flying away from the forest for
Fly
now.
into to a safe space for now. I have, find himself a hiding spot or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Say, all right. So, as you guys enter the this main open area, in which I will go ahead.
Oh.
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 Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
Wait. It's loading. It's loading.
It's loading.
None of you watched the stream, and you're.
Oh, that's the reason why.
Oh, this place looks so
There we
welcoming.
Oh boy.
So, by the way,
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
You got
oh,
We're going downwards.
oh, hold on. That's me. That's my mistake.
New map.
Yeah,
Who
this
dis?
way.
New map.
New map. Who these? New tiles.
Oh. Oh, that's the reason why. So, you guys are out in this area.
Whoa, it's really blurry.
Yeah.
That looks crispy.
Oh, yeah, it's like that on the stream too.
Yeah, that is because it is. There we go.
Numbers.
Yeah, there we go. So,
There we go.
nice open area. You guys notice that there is a huge door before you. As you guys stand, you notice that the giant door has about 3 sigils that seem to run like these arcane lines, and almost as if it's like a giant lock.
Do we recognize any of the languages that the runes might be written in?
From what you can tell, it is basically an old Elvish.
I can read that.
Okay.
I have Elvish and Gnomish as my other languages.
All right. So, do you want to go up and read it?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So as you stand next to Canis and you begin to look at the giant stone door, begin to start reading the passages of what is this sealing magic. As it begins to read, it tells that those within must never get out. And if we are gone, run.
This is a warning. It's saying whoever or whatever was imprisoned within these walls should remain locked in there, and if they were ever to escape, that all must flee. Something also about speaking friend in the password below.
By
Sorry,
the
I
way,
had to.
Garu,
Are there any?
with your tremor sense,
Oh.
make a perception.
Okay, here I go. Negative 10 perception. Let's do it. Eee!
Well, this is tremor,
That's a
so
fucking 6.
well that keep in mind this is tremor, so you don't have that disadvantage.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, even then, that's still like a 6. So
Oh, okay. Well then,
yeah.
you kind of feeling from behind this. There are slight light footsteps that are behind you guys.
Behind?
Behind.
Oh no.
So I was gonna tell everyone, watch out.
Before you
Yeah,
guys
visitors.
even begin to turn
It's behind
around,
that side.
you begin to hear an incantation. And before you all even know it, need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I
okay,
cast
okay.
counter spell?
Yes, you may.
Mhm.
I will use
Oh.
my ring to cast counter spell.
What's the level?
3rd level.
Third level. Now, if I
Do you need me to read it off?
Yes, please. I'm not.
Sure.
I'm still unfamiliar because even if it meets, there needs
Here
to
we
be a
go.
roll.
I think equal or lower for counterspell is free, but if it's a higher level spell slot, then he has to roll.
Which I can't do, but you attempt to interrupt the creature's process of casting a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell fails and has no effect. If it is casting of 4th or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus your spell level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no effect.
All right. Well, it was a level 3 fireball. So, as you guys look,
Damn it, I never get to use this.
you see from the hand of this this hideous woman as she releases a ball of fire just overhead, and you, ready as ever, you spin around and you use your ring, and the fire dissipates in its sky.
I Thanos snapped it out of existence. Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Dude, you fucking.
you see as these two now staring at all of you.
That door must remain closed. Trespassers must die.
You were here first.
Fair point.
Your mom did it.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
All right.
Wait, what the hell?
And with that, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Okay.
They are protecting this fucking
And-
place?
Oh my god. God damn it. I
So-
got a natural
That's
20
another
on
6.
initiative.
So I'm
That
gonna
is another 6.
hold on. I will
Alright.
do this across the board the way it's easier for me. So Franz,
Noises.
Yes.
What
Franz got a 16 overall.
16. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Garu.
Garo got like a 6, but that's gonna be like an 8 of his initials, but initiative stuff.
Garu. All right. River.
14.
All right. Lionel.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Hey.
Guinness.
15.
And Urzer.
I didn't roll it. Let me roll. I rolled for me and Truffles. I have a 10. Truffles has a 17.
Okay. And I'm gonna say it does meet with Franz, who Franz, do you want to go before or after?
I will go before.
Okay, good too.
Mhm.
No. So Franz.
Oh, I see
and-
how it is. Nothing.
It's just simply because Franz. I'm.
Yeah, he's. No, it's. I just
He's
wanted
got-
to be sassy.
He's gonna have.
You
He's
know what
gonna
they
have a
say,
better
let your
dex.
elders go first.
All right. So, that being said, Lionel, it is currently your turn.
Alright, I see 2 hag, yes?
Yes, you see 2 hag in this area here.
Alright, which one of those hag was the one who shot the fireball?
This one.
Okay. For the next
I,
5 rounds, you're my bitch.
I felt like I was like pointing the finger at a class. Like, it was him.
She did it.
She did it.
Fucking
Alright.
line out like low grumbling hiss out of the back of his throat. Alright, which one of you motherfuckers did it? Alright.
All right, what are you doing?
Casting chromatic orb on this motherfucker.
All right. Garu is standing in front of you, so I'm just gonna move you a little to the side.
Yeah, just move me to the side so I don't hit anyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast chromatic orb at 2nd level.
Okay. What's the check on that?
The chromatic orb requires.
I think it's just an attack roll?
It's an attack roll. I create a range spell attack.
Okay.
And you choose the damage.
Go ahead and roll.
And I must choose from either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison or thunder. I'm just gonna make it a fucking orb of force. Yeah, thunder. So pretty much just an orb of sound. So it just sounds like a fucking subwoofer's going off in his hand.
Oh, dubstep gun.
Yeah, like dubstep finger gun.
Alright.
Okay. 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That is going to hit.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so this is now 4d8 this is 4d8 thunder damage.
Alright.
Let me roll this fuck. 48. Alright, 5, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 points of thunder damage.
As the ball leaves your hands, you guys hear the low end, as if it's like one of those Tesla coils going past you, Garo, past you, Urzer, as it hits this hag as she jumps in space, her freaking hair on end, just zap, zap, zap. And you see like the steam rising from the burns of the electricity.
Whatever flesh you may have seen, it's like imagine just like her skin and her flesh gets like pulled off her almost like a rubber band for a hot second.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It like extends back and then returns when the force is gone.
By the way, what do they look like?
From
hags.
a quick perspective, they both are dressed slightly differently. They both have the same dilapidated look as the other one that you guys had saw. One of the hags has her hair down, but also braided in between, and then the other one has one that's tied up and slightly styled out, but they both have generally salt and pepper hair, their skin slightly greenish, their nose elongated.
So I'm gonna say an incantation. I know I should have said it before I did it for effect, but fuck it, I'm just gonna say this. Thin of air with the kick of a horse. I cast this curse with obscene force.
Hell yeah.
Nice. All right. So that being said, it is now Franz's turn.
All right.
Franz
is going to.
Right here.
He's gonna make 3 mirror images of himself.
Oh boy, I gotta pull out my mirror images. I'm gonna replace one of these, by
Yep.
the way. That...
Oh no, there's 3 foxes. Now there's 3 foxes. Come on!
Jesus.
Hiya!
Whoa! Stereo.
Come on!
Alright, I've created your mirror images here and here.
All right.
Nothing personnel her.
Oh my god. So, which hag was the one that Lionel did not strike?
This one.
Franz is gonna misty step over there and just kind of run in a circle.
Oh hell yeah!
So like the hag is completely distracted and doesn't understand, like is basically gonna be targeting him instead of everybody else. Please use this as your opportunity to attack this hag.
Okay.
That actually be a check of some kind?
No, her attention is now solely on Franz.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, right.
All right. So there is a poll there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the mirror images.
I was
Oh,
expecting him to attack me, but he's doing this shit. What the hell?
I'm doing the best I can! Hiya!
swing, 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 swing. Oh, the third one. I'm gonna have to pull miniatures out of
Just
pull miniatures
to
out
keep
of
the
my
count.
ass.
Go, my children.
I'll
so-
make
They are in this temple. They don't want it to be open.
Alright. So, with that, it is no longer Franz's turn. It is now Truffle's turn. Is Truffle's here?
Okay, well, Truffles is gonna run on over to the other hag and gonna tackle stab her with her tusks.
Alright. That?
Is that, by the way, is that 20 feet distance that she covered?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, well then she's gonna get a charge as well. 14?
Unfortunately, no. Almost as if, like, an apparition. She just barely moves to the side before, Truffles can even so much as a tusk, near her abdomen, and it's not quick enough. Alright.
That's alright, girl. There'll be more chances.
Alright. It's now Zach's turn. She is staring at Franz.
Okay, which one?
Which one?
Which one? which one indeed? She is going to cast. Alright. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving. Oh boy. Let's see here. That is a 14 plus 0, so 14.
All right. So, let's see. Right there. Unfortunately, that will. Nope, that will succeed. All right. She kind of extends out a hand in order to try and grab one of you. It passes by one of the images.
Okay.
And
Does that make it dissipate, or does she just knows that's just like, oh, wrong one?
Yeah, I think that does get rid of one. Because technically, even if I would have to.
You want a second opinion here?
Yeah, somebody double check that spell for me, just real quick. But
Yeah,
we'll get back to it.
If the spell requires the creature to touch friends or an attack or of some sort, needs to roll in a roll of 12 or how much was it? Or less attacks friends or more attacks one of the clones.
Okay, so that
the numbers were in the spell.
Well, it would be against his DC, right?
France has in the spell says the numbers.
Yeah. So since I have 3, if I have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher. If I have 2, it's an 8 or higher. If I have 1, it's an 11 or higher to hit one of my clones. But once I have none, then it's just me left.
Okay. Well, she did try and reach out and grab one, but one just went, and she looks very disappointed. So one does go away. All right. Good to know.
Her eye is twitching as she hears the furious GameCube clacking sound effect.
Yeah.
Wait, could he use this opportunity to do a reaction attack? Since her attention is diverted to the clone.
Unfortunately, no.
That's more of a kind of deal.
Right. She'd have to move away without disengaging.
Ah, gotcha.
I will assume at that point. No, she already cast the spell. No, it's not a cantrip. Okay. Alright, well, she's there, and that will be the end of her turn. Next up is Canis.
Come on, step it up.
Right. Well, what Canis is going to be doing is he'll be stepping in front of Lionel and casting Bless at 3rd level, so that catches up to 2 additional targets. So he'll target himself, Lionel, Garu, Truffle, and River. And because Truffle is currently in melee with the other hag, he's going to use his domain feature. What was it called? Voice of Authority, so that Truffle gets to spend her reaction and may make an attack against the hag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joe, you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Then make an attack roll.
17.
That will hit just barely. All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Hella.
Okay, the 6. 8. Ah, yay! That's max. That's a D6, and she had the plus from the equipment she got.
Nice.
Yes. Armored pig. Oh no,
Armored pig. Armored pig.
That was the fucking Crom. I suppose I'll get my chance another day. No, you get it now!
Yeah. Alright.
Get it now. Take the strike.
Alright, so, with that being said, that will be the end of Canis' turn. It is now River.
Great, I can't even get close, but she's just thinking. Okay, yeah, just for sake of my bad memory, can you refresh me what we are doing here? We're supposed to be stopping the hags because there is demonic pacts to do shit into the forest?
Yeah. So, pretty much, for some strange reason, these hags are trying to keep you out of here.
Yeah, and it was old elvish.
Well, based on what Lionel also told you, you know, like they're studying stuff and they made a pact with someone or tried to, and the page was ripped out.
Need to get closer though. With 25 feet, I cannot get close to them, can I?
So,
Someone in chat just made the best comment ever. The fucking
Far
chromatic
shot,
orb was the PlayStation 2 sound.
I will approach for 25 feet, as close as I can to the one on the left. Yeah, and
this one?
what?
Next to all
Yeah.
the shadow clones? Okay.
Oh, I'm going to hit to your right. Yeah.
There we go.
And that one, and I'm going to. I need to get closer, but this thing. What are you doing here? Why are you keeping there?
Make a persuasion check.
Does the bless work in this? Or is it just attacks?
I think Bless also affects skill rolls.
I thought it did, yeah.
Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to attack roll or saving throw. So, no, not
okay.
skill checks.
I'll skill check. Don't even fucking need it. 19 plus 4.
19. So as okay, so
23.
23 actually.
Okay. So as you shout this out, she's kind of looking every which way, trying to find which one's the real Franz. As her eyes kind of snap to you, and she's like, "We must keep those who are corrupted within. We must not let them out!" And she begins to raise her hand towards you. And that will be the end of that.
I'll take it.
All right. So, and who wants? I would say, well, or is this seeing as how you're mostly free? As you staring back at the forest, you see as birds. And the shaking and the rustling of the canopy.
No!
Oh god.
Oh fuck!
Oh lord, he coming.
So, you notice that. Alright, next is this one. And she is going to reach out and touch, she's going to touch Truffles. She is going to attempt to put him to sleep. So,
Her
to sleep, sorry.
Yeah. The baby.
First, you said, she's gonna touch Truffles. She better not.
She better not.
Better fucking not.
Euthanasia, euthanasia.
So, it's going to be 25. What is Truffles' hit point?
Less than that.
All right.
gonna
So
sleep.
as she reaches out and grabs Truffles goes, and falls to sleep. And she's like, "Good pig."
You stayed up late, didn't you?
She didn't attack us.
That was me!
And then she is going to. She's gonna start heading out. She's gonna start heading towards the end of the opening of the forest.
Where are you going?
And that is gonna be the end of her turn. Garu, it is now your turn.
Alright, sensing that she's starting to move ahead, he's gonna sprint ahead of her. Like, how far can he go?
Let's see.
With 45 feet of movement.
4, 6, 8. You can get right in front of her, almost as if like
Okay. He's gonna like dart right past her, cut her off, and like, please forgive me for this. I promise to go easy this time. And he's gonna like, to start his combo, he's gonna do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
For his first attack.
I'm gonna go easy on you, full combo.
I'm gonna go easy on you. Here, hold.
And quick question: if I have a hit DC +6, do I add that to the attack roll, or?
That is no, you don't add that to the attack roll. That is plus like your proficiency and everything put together that makes the hit. And
okay, gotcha. So I just do regular attack.
Yeah.
Alright. That is a 12, and I can use Bless too, right?
Add another D4. Yes.
Got it. Oh shit, that's a 4.
It's a 4? Okay.
16.
It's gonna be 16.
Alright.
Go easy
Now,
on
quick
you.
question. Can I stack key points in a single, like, attack, or what?
You can
Like, for different actions?
you can only expend the key points to what you're using it for that action.
Okay, so if I were to, like, activate a key point to activate Stunning Strike and another one to activate Flurry of Blows, would that work?
Unfortunately, no. It's either one or the other.
So I'll just use it on Flurry of Blows.
All right, go ahead. Make 2 attack rolls.
Okie dokie. That is a 16, and do I add Bless to that too, or is it just a 1? Just for that one attack, but...
I think no. No, because you're only
Alright,
using
then the first one is 16,
Uh,
and the other one is a... Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't say once per turn. It says whenever a target makes an attack roll
Oh.
or a saving throw.
Well then, I stand
Alright.
corrected.
Huh.
Alright, the other one is going to
OP
be an
monk.
8.
So the first
So
one
I'll
barely
bless-
hits. Huh?
Alright.
first
Can I
one?
add the Bless to the last attack? The last Flurry?
Yes.
Yeah, it's every attack.
Oh shit. Alright.
Yeah.
Nah, it's going to be a 1, so that'll only bring it up to 9 for the
9?
last one.
Okay. She is looking rough.
Garu
I
steps
haven't even
up.
rolled damage yet. Oh shit.
Garu steps up, fucking goes, I'm gonna go easy on you, jumps into light fears and drops the combo.
Hell yeah. Alright.
His
Now
hands,
I will
his
roll.
hands turn into giant silver glowing dragons because of Bless. Oops.
Oh god, that's right. Alright, I'm gonna roll damage. That is a 5 for the unarmed strike, and for the flurry, that is... Hold on. Yep, same thing. Oh wait, no, that's +3. So that's actually gonna be 7 for the first one.
Okay.
And that is gonna be a 6 for the second one. So 12 points.
12 points? Oh yeah, she's looking... she's
All
looking
right.
real...
For the next string, I'm gonna activate my second action, because I have an extra
God.
attack now, and pistol whip her.
Is this lethal, or...?
No.
Well, he
No, I
has
still haven't
multiple
rolled
attacks,
the
right?
attack yet. Yeah. So
Multi-attack,
Make a-
not multi-action.
First attack,
Make an
barrier blow,
attack.
extra attack.
Make an attack, but you don't get to add your proficiency because you're not proficient with a pistol. You're...
That is fair.
Gun.
Yeah, you're not proficient
Okay,
in
let's do
gun.
Oh my god, that's a fucking 16.
You do get an
That
extra D4
hits.
from Bless too.
That hits.
Hell yeah. Time to roll a d10. Let me just find it. 1 second.
Is this
Ah!
blue damage?
No,
What?
you're,
Yeah, still do damage.
this gun doesn't
No,
have
no,
any
no, 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 wait,
bullets.
No, he's pistol whipping her.
Yeah,
so
he's
Oh,
you're
that's-
this is the butt of the gun.
That I would consider
He's
that a
bonking
D.
her.
I would consider that a D4 because it's a
Improvised
small
blunt.
Improvised
yeah,
weapon.
Yeah, that's
improvised
fair. Hold on,
blunt
let me find
weapon.
the other one. Okie dokie.
Oh my god.
And that is a 3.
3.
And for the last action, now I'm not sure if I can do this, but it says here that for a bonus action, I can use it on an unarmed attack if I already used one before. So, can I do another roll?
Go ahead.
Your action is your first attack.
Well,
The
he
bonus
said-
action is for the second attack. And then the extra
No,
attack
well,
is another attack.
Flurry of
it had-
blows. Flurry of blows is all in the first attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it. So
Second
that would take
attack
the
is the
bonus
pistol
okay.
whip, and then that's all in your main action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
So you can still do
Only
your
the-
bonus action.
yeah.
Okay, then, so... You said I had to, like, roll a d4 for the pistol, like,
Yeah.
weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that was a 3.
A 3.
So I think it was 15 damage total?
Yeah. Yeah, she isn't looking too good. You lay into her with multiple palm hits, and then you literally grab the gun from your sash and you backhand her with the hard metal clip, and she is bleeding from the head.
I promise I'll go easy this time.
Fucking A.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
Anybody
so
else have a piano?
the
No, that was a fucking berserk clang music sound effects.
yeah. So that will be the end of Gur's turn. It's going to be the top of the round again. Lionel, it is now your turn.
Hey, I won't. I'll go easy on you. I won't. Magic missile.
Ooh.
I'll prop you up here then in order to angle that down. Go ahead.
Let me. Well, a magic missile curves. It follows a target.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
an auto hits.
It's an auto hit. It's an auto hit curve.
As long as you can see it, yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, can I see her from here? That's the big.
Oh yeah, you can see you after finally. She's going down steps as you finally see the top of her head. Yeah, you can see her.
Thanks for the opener, buddy. Here I go. You're welcome. You're welcome. As her fucking head explodes 4 starts. I will do this at 2nd level.
Okay.
Which means it will be a
4d4?
Yeah, it's a 4d4 plus 1 force damage if it hits the target. So
I'm gonna say, for the sake of the argument, how shall you slay? Because
Oh, I don't want to slay. I don't want to slay. I just want to like fucking. It's a force damage thing. So can I just push her or something, or is it not impossible?
Knock her unconscious.
Yeah. If you won't allow it, I'll still go through.
I'll tell you what. Roll the damage, and I'll roll
Okay.
a percentage die.
Okay, here I go. Let me do my 1d4s plus 1 then. Here I go. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
14.
I think it's D4 plus 1 for each dart, so I think it'd be D4 plus 44 plus 4.
All right.
Oh.
So, here's how the rule is on actively trying to subdue somebody, even though the damage could be lethal. So, I'll roll the percentage die, which I just did.
Okay.
And if the percentage is higher than the damage, it succeeds. So if it's from what you said is 14, so if it's 15 and then onward, you succeed, you knock them out. But if it's within
cool.
that 14 range, they're dead. So
I don't mind if she dies. Like I'm just like, hey, this might be beneficial if we try to subdue. So go for it.
yeah.
My companions are asking me.
So as you kind of hold back the magic the best you can, you fire off, and you see as she lurches back and she falls onto the stonework of the front of the temple. Garu, as far as you can tell, she's still alive. You can get a faint, some kind of heartbeat.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, so like you fucking pistol whip her and her head lurches back, and then she looks up and there's just like 4 fucking bolts hitting her in the face.
Oh my god. You came in like a fucking Dragon Ball Fighter Z assist.
Yep, pretty much.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So with that, it is the end of Lionel. Franz, you are currently Naruto running around this hag.
Insert the Naruto theme here. So, what I want Franz to do is to take his quarterstaff and shillelagh hit this hag.
All right, go
as
ahead.
hard as he can.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Chile.
All right, here I go.
Oh shit.
There it goes, casting, hitting people with sticks
That
again.
is a 16 plus 17. Sorry, 16 plus 7 is 23
Okay, good to know.
with the
that,
shillelagh.
that does hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right, so that's 1d8 plus 4. That is a 6 plus 4, 10.
10. Good to know. So you crack her over the head. She looks back at you, and she now has certain anger in her eyes.
Oh,
I'll
God,
say,
I'm gonna
I'll
be
say,
able to get a
I'll
hit.
say her fucking nose was pushed 2 inches to the left.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, that's going to be the end of Franz's turn. It is now Truffles.
Sleep.
Wait, what about Urzer?
Asleep.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
When
what-
is there?
Yeah, he's
when's-
kind of standing in the
when's my
middle of the
turn?
battlefield when everything's
He
just
has done
happening around.
Oh.
nothing this entire game.
Pretty sure
That's
I go
because
after Franz.
that's because I'm sorry. That's me.
You write Truffles
Go ahead.
twice.
Yeah, I read Truffles twice. That's me. So
She's a good girl. She deserves 2 turns.
Yeah.
she's currently asleep.
She can sleep.
But Urzer, what are you doing? God,
I'm gonna
Every time.
run on outside because I have a feeling there's a big amphibious boy out there.
Oh no, you're not
Run
don't
as
hug the
far-
prohibit.
As far as I can and see what I can see.
from a general perspective check, go ahead and make one.
Alright.
I swear, I just imagine Ursa with open arms trying to the frog.
14.
14. It's a little ways away, but that froggy boy is coming.
Okay, I'll brace myself. It's like, oh, you're ready to... Are you ready to get another friend?
Oh my god.
He's like
Okay.
getting himself hyped up, just kind of like hopping in place, getting ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna consider that your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, so
Son of a bitch.
My
Lionel
companion can
Prince.
handle the other hag, I believe.
Truffles is still passed out on the stonework.
Oh, good.
If I remember correctly. Let's see.
Doesn't she have to
the
roll something
sleeper-
to see if...
So
Or no, it lasts a minute.
Yeah.
till the spell ends.
I don't think that.
Or
Yeah,
unless someone slaps them awake or it takes damage.
No, we'll let her sleep off. Sleep off that.
Alright. Then, that being said, that will be the end of Truffle's turn. It's now Bellatrix. Which she is going to...
God damn it, they have names.
Yeah. Well, the first one we killed had a name.
Are we the bad?
Who are the baddest?
Are we
So-
the bad things?
As- Franz, you noticed the spell that she had used, which was Misty Step, as she goes, and she is
bitch.
gone from your perspective, and she moves.
So she went away?
Yep, she went away.
She's over there.
Oh hell no!
No, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. I have never been able to get close to an enemy. I'm getting sick and tired of having 25 speed.
Hey, you know what? I'll help you out next turn then.
I was so close to punching her. So fucking close.
no!
You almost did it.
And that will be her turn. It is now Canis.
No action?
You said she flew up over there, or
She used a spell to cast Misty Step.
For the sake of
Well,
fairness.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot a sacred flame at her.
Okay.
So that is a dexterity save on her part.
All right. Give you guys the full visual. All right. Meg.
You sure you got that mount,
That
Caitlin?
one's going to be a 19.
That'll pass. So I don't do anything with it.
All right. So as you shoot Sacred Flame out, you see as she raises the hand, it just gets backhanded into, back into just an arcane force and unfazed by it.
Never fucking works. Damn it.
All right. River, it is now your turn.
Ah.
Can I free action something to River?
What do you do?
I look over to River. I need your word. I need your word. Hold your sword. Do you trust my magic?
Sure.
Okay, that was my hint to pull off what I'm gonna do next turn.
All right, fair enough.
Can I climb? What does it need for me to climb up there?
It would just be a general climbing. Like you would lose half your speed, but. Let's see.
I will dash if it's necessary.
15. You would probably only be able to get onto the top, and
Dashing?
dashing. No, you'd be able to get right up to her.
Probably that will be all of the things I can do.
Yeah. Get up to her, and then she misty steps again.
At least that's something to scare her off, but that will be it.
Bracky, I was kind of hoping you would get my hint.
Oh, sorry.
I can't flat out say it in a free action.
Sorry.
Oh.
I thought we okay, so I just need to get close and you can do.
All right.
But
No.
Sorry.
Unless
I already did that thing. Sorry.
it's all good.
All right. That being said,
The trust continues to drop with Lionel.
So he's like, you trust me?
Yeah,
Sure. And she runs.
Yeah, and she runs forward. I'm just like, Lionel just Marge Simpson grunts.
you guys, as you hear now that bounding from before.
No.
Oh no.
You see a giant frog behemoth as it now towards the left corner of the temple, now staring down at all of you. Unfortunately, it had to use dash to get back here, so it has no action this turn.
Good.
Good.
Thank you. It is now Urza's turn.
You mean wait, did Urza goes after Franz?
No. You technically go after the frog behemoth because I screwed up and didn't do your turn. So this is
You
the
skipped
correct
my turn.
order. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, this is the correct turn order.
All right. Well, seeing this big old toad, Urza's like, hello, and he's gonna jump on up to it and try and grab onto it and cast Animal Friendship.
All right.
Hello there.
What's the spell DC?
The spell DC
Hello there.
Because it's not willing.
is
Sure.
a whopping 13 Wisdom save.
It is unfortunately going to be a unnatural 20. So dirty 20. As you try and cast Animal Friendship, you reach out and you try your best. Come on, let's be buddies. You see one of the eye stalks.
Oh no, not reaching out. I'm on it. I'm holding it.
Oh,
Arms wrapped around as much as I can.
Oh,
He did that fucking Velcro thing. We just jump onto the wall.
Yeah.
so as you're like, let's be buddies, you see one of the eye stalks look down at you and suddenly you feel something beginning to tickle your leg.
Oh no.
Let me help you.
All right,
No.
I'm going to begin rolling death saves for this goddamn hag because apparently that needs to happen now.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, because she's unconscious.
She's on.
Yeah, she's
0 hit
unconscious.
points.
Zero.
No, unconscious does.
You aren't treating it as a kill. You're treating it as unconscious.
A knockout.
She's
she's knocked out. No, I have an
Right, but normally, like if we hit to kill, they usually don't save. They
Yeah.
just die.
Yeah.
So
She has until like her full HP. So we still have time.
The first is a fail. So that
Somebody
will be
just
that.
needs stabilizer is all.
All right.
Oh, this is new. I'm having an aneurysm.
All right, and that will be the end of that. Garu, it is now your turn.
Okay, River's gonna take care of that situation over there, so I'm gonna pay attention to the frog Behemoth.
All right.
Get his attention. We come in peace.
Okay.
He is. Hold on, didn't expect it to come out this
You
quickly.
say over the bleeding hag.
He's got. Shit. I don't know what to do. Fuck. But I have more time. Shit. Fuck it. He's just gonna go for it. He's gonna, like, go under its jaw and do another fucking uppercut of an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Roll.
And I can still use Bless for this, right?
I believe so.
Okie dokie.
It's whenever you make an attack.
That is. Oh, fuck. That's a 19.
That hits.
Hell yeah. So he's going to activate another key point, not to activate Flurry of Blows, but to activate, shit, what's it called?
Stunning strike.
For it. Stunning Strike, yeah, that's the one.
All right.
The only other ability monks use.
Hey, I have other options. I just can't use them right now. So do I have to, like, roll for that?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, wait. He needs to roll for that. What's
Oh,
your?
Con save is... The con save is... Oh, wait. Shit. Constitution save, right?
I believe so.
What's your spell DC though?
Spell DC? Shit.
You have to say on the
plus
hits.
proficiency plus your wisdom for being a monk.
Yes.
In the stunning-
Okay.
Yeah, in the stunning strike they should say hit/DC.
Okay, let's check. Doesn't really give the DC for a stunning strike. DC is 13.
13. Unfortunately.
Plus my wisdom bonus, right?
No, it's him trying to beat it. So, unfortunately, that's going to be a 15. As you do an open palm near its jaw, kunk! It doesn't shut the jaw, and it remains unmoved. You see one of its eye stalks now beginning to peer down to you, Garu.
Alright, for his second action, he's gonna, like, back up a bit, activate another key point for... shit.
In doing so,
Patient defense.
he's going to take a reaction onto you, Garu.
Oh shit, fuck.
So,
can I retract that? Or should I just follow through?
that's up to you.
Alright, I'll just stay under him and activate dodge. Patient defense then.
All right, fair enough. And that will be your
didn't
turn.
work.
So,
Alright.
Lionel, it is now your turn.
Man, okay. There's a lot of shit going on here. Well, originally my plan was I was gonna Misty step up to the hag and benign strike if River would have held an action so she could hit. That was my original plan, but she just really wanted to get on up there. Okay, so
She really wanted to get. Yep.
Shit. All right. Well, that frog ain't good. That frog ain't good. So I will. What spells do I have that I want to throw at this thing? I can't do Hold Person. Can't do Misty Step. I can't counterspell this thing because that's dumb. Well, second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna Chromatic Orbit 3rd level ice damage on this thing.
Alright.
Okay.
It needs to roll. I have to roll. Sorry. I have to roll a spell attack with a +6. 17.
That will hit.
Awesome. Okay.
Alright.
So now it is 5d8 ice.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Lionel
Yeah.
with them.
I'm
with
running
that
out of
grammatical-
spells. I am running out of spells. Don't. You best enjoy this now.
We are.
Yep. 6 plus 1. That's pitiful. Plus 4 plus 4. Can I roll bless with that?
Bless is only for attack and saving throw, not damage.
Okay. Very well. It's 18 points of cold damage.
All right, good to know.
Still decent.
One. So as you create this slight pale blue ball of cold right between your fingers, you throw it overhead, and you see as it smacks the side of this frog behemoth, its tongue now rolled out of its mouth, and another one of its eye stalks begin to start peering towards you.
Oh, grody.
Yep. It goes. All right, and that will be the end of Lionel's turn. Franz, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, quick question. The frog now has its sights on Lionel, correct?
It has its sights on Urzer, Garu, and Lionel.
I want Franz to move right beside Lionel.
All right.
The real Franz, not the after image.
It's like, hey Lionel, hey Lionel, hey Lionel.
Catatonic face.
All right, and you stand kind of as a wall at this point, in between Lionel and the frog behemoth.
Okay. I want Franz to yell as loud as he can at the frog behemoth while also casting fear on it, if he can.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, frog!
It needs to make, I'm assuming, what's the spell DC?
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know if it's for my wisdom saving throw
would be you.
or its...
It has
Okay.
to beat your DC.
Okay, so let me go ahead and do this real quick. That is an 11 plus 7, that's 18.
No, what is
What?
your spell DC?
Oh, my spell DC. Oh, okay. 15.
Oh, no, it fails. Okay, so
Ah.
as you yell out, all three images all yelling at the same direction, one of its eye stalks that was trying to peer past you in order to look at Lionel snaps back away. It is now afraid of you and cannot make an active attempt to go near you. So,
It like shrinks
I'm eating
back
some
like
frog
a
legs tonight.
snail eye. Like a
yeah. All right, and with that, it will be the end of Franz. It is now Truffle's turn. Truffles is still asleep.
Yep. One whole
All
minute.
right. One
It's been
whole
10
minute.
turns.
All right, and that will be the end of Truffles. It is now Electrix's turn. She stands there looking down at you, River.
That's quite adorable. While you're here, I wonder how well your friends will stand this.
And her hand reaches out, and you see as fire begins to spark from her fingers, and it goes, boom. I need Garu, Urzer.
Oh boy.
Get my thing out here.
Oh, no.
This is not going to end well.
Oh no, it will not.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Oh!
Good lord!
Franz.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. That's a fireball, that is.
Yep.
That
And
is a ooh from me, dog.
all right, so Franz, Lionel, you are barely outside of the radius.
It goes right past his face.
I'm okay.
I'm in danger.
I'm really surprised you didn't focus more on the center.
Franz,
Frog.
Garu, Urzer, Truffles, and also because that witch is unconscious, she automatically fails.
Hey, we didn't do it, guys. We didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
We did it. Do you have counterspell?
So
I can't. I have to. It has to hit me in order to negate it.
No, it just needs to cast.
Hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah, it should be
Please.
casting within range of the spell. I don't think you have to be affected by it.
You can attempt to interrupt the creature in the process of casting a spell if the creature is casting the spell at 3rd level or lower, blah, 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 blah. Range and area of 60 feet. One reaction you must take when you see a creature that's within 60 feet of you casting the spell.
well, you can see her. Technically.
Do it.
How many?
It's
how many
up to
spell
you.
slots got left?
Yeah.
I have
he's
to
low on
please.
spell.
Yeah, my fucking spell slots, though. Hold on. 1 second. Let me
It's
double
a
check.
if it's in the
fireball,
ring.
You
boy.
don't
If
got
it's
a lot
in
of
the
time.
ring,
Alright, fine, fuck it. Snap finger.
All right. So.
Light, you see the fireball start to rise in the light, I'll just hold his finger up and snaps.
Yeah, so as you see, once again, a fireball just out of the corner of your eye, you snap and you go, and it goes in the air. You see as the hag now staring deeply down at you. She's
Lionel turns up and looks at her, fucking Pez dispenser mouth open.
When she made that remark of how they're going to be down there, it's like, I think they're doing pretty well.
This is a no spell zone, Grandma.
all right. And so, with that, all right. She's like, fine. And then you see as she raises her hands and
Piece of shit.
Are you serious?
almost as if she had gone completely invisible right in front of you.
she just did a fucking instant transmission. God damn it.
Garu, make a perception check. Make it
Okay.
with your tremor sense, but not at the -10.
Okie dokie. That is a 18.
Garu, from that general direction, you kind of see the tremors of something trying to shuffle off the side of the wall. But but River, you notice that there's nothing physically that you can see there.
I know. Here's my question. Can this thing cast invisibility as a bonus action?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You very much know that is probably invisibility. Hags are pretty well known for being sneaky about it.
Well, we also saw her teleport.
Yeah, that is also true.
She's nowhere on the distance, though. She has to have gone. Okay.
All right.
What's next?
It is now Canis.
Great, the hag's gone, and he has no idea where she went. And a frog behemoth right there. He'll spend his turn running up to Truffle and trying to pull her out of the way, the frog behemoth.
Get right up to it. And as you run up and you pat Truffles on the face, this huge hulking mass of a hog, as you pat open her face, she begins to kind of blink wildly, and you're all like, Truffles, you gotta wake up! And she's like,
Up and at him.
all right,
Come on.
is that what you're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it is now River's turn.
Fucking let me do something for once, Yarrow. Okay, so
Intelligent enemies.
yeah, only when it's in front of me. So I know it's invisible. You must have moved out. Can I make a... Fuck it, I'm going to attack the spot where last time I saw her.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
Disadvantage, I guess, because there's
Yep.
nothing... Yep, I figured. The bless still activates, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's going to be 17.
So as you bring your sword overhead and you swing down, as it begins to clatter, you see as it hits, a piece of rock chips up, and you see as it bounces off of thin air near the edge of where you were standing, and then it falls back.
Near the edge of where I was standing? Can you point it in the map?
Right here.
Okay, so she's climbing down.
She's trying to climb down, yeah.
Okay, so I will attack that spot
Alright.
with my second attack.
Okay.
Although I still have disadvantage, I guess.
Unfortunately, yeah, because she's still invisible.
Yeah, she's still invisible. Just making sure. It's going to be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
12. So, as you once again raise your hand over and you hit the side of the edge, a big piece of rock chips off. It hits something and it kind of like you know how like a little ball between the little pins begin to go. That's what it looks like, as it seems to be bouncing off of something invisible, and you hear ah! And and she reappears on the ground. Completely
She just fucking
shot.
face plants.
Yeah, so consider that. She takes a point of falling damage.
Oh, she's going to take more than that.
Yeah, no, she didn't fall too far, I can assure you that.
I will use my action search
Oh.
to do a plunging attack.
Try plunging attack.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Again, get an action search.
Action surge. I'm gonna
You
say.
haven't moved any. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say go ahead, make an attack roll. She's now
Is it
visible.
normal?
Huh?
Is it normal now, or advantage or disadvantage?
It's just a regular attack roll now.
Yeah, I was going to say she's prone. I mean, plus 6. Yeah. 15, 18, plus 6. 25.
25 to hit.
18 plus 6 is 24, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25. Ow. Ow. Ow.
You alright?
What'd you do?
I tried to pick up my pencil and I dropped it and it landed in my foot.
Ow.
Ow.
Okay.
That
Ow.
is why he said ow.
That's
Ow.
an ouchie.
And
So
it's not like a regular pencil. It's one of these sharp ass mechanical fucking pencils.
Oh. Ow.
Ow.
Ow. Yeah.
Ow.
That sounds like 9 piercing damage for the hag. Do you
Yes.
get any bonuses because of the plunging? Or
Add
at this stage one? Or-
add 2 dice to the original damage roll, and then
Nice.
also I'm gonna roll your damage for fall. You take 4 points of falling damage as you plunge your sword into this into the hag, and as you're still coming down with that force, you land on your feet and you go, "Ooh, that's my legs."
How much did you say?
4 points of falling damage.
Yeah. Going to take that, and it's going to be a total of 18 points for her, and then.
Okay, 18. Good.
Yeah.
2.
And there's that, and there's also my second attack thanks to my action search.
Okay, go ahead and make it.
She's prone, right?
Yes.
Don't they have advantage? Or whatever.
Prone creatures' only movement option is to crawl unless to stand up. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
It's going to be 23.
23? Alright, that will hit.
Another 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points. Okay.
Call it off!
Alright. As you now stab the sword back into her, you hear as the bellowing scream of this this horrid-looking creature begins to echo throughout the forest once more. And that will be the end of...
No, it's not. I will use my bonus action.
Your bonus action? What are you doing?
Yeah. I can... She's already prone, but just because I'm pissed off with her, I'm just going to bash her head with my shield. Doing no damage, but just for me.
Oh, okay, so...
Just a little
BOONK!
Just cut her off. Bing.
And you see a little cut on her forehead. All
Call it off.
All right, so that will be the end of River's turn.
Yeah.
It's now the Froghemoth's turn. It is going to make 2 attacks with its tentacles onto Urzer.
Pause. It's
Paul?
technically, is it still in fear mode because of my 3rd level illusion?
It cannot make an active move towards you.
Okay.
If it's frightened, let me see.
With disadvantage when the source of fear is in its presence, if I recall.
Yep.
Yeah,
So as
but
long as
right
he
now
can
this-
see
Okay.
friends, it has disadvantage.
Okay, so it has to make two attacks with disadvantage. You guys are
Okay.
fucking neutering my Froghemoths.
They don't have great wisdom. We keep throwing wisdom saves at it.
Too many actions.
All right.
Action economy.
So the first one is going to be a 10 onto Garu. So I'm
Okey-dokey.
assuming that.
Yeah, I have a DC of 15.
Yeah, so that attack fails. The second
Oh,
one.
AC of 15.
Second one is going to be one onto Urzer, and that one is going to be a 17 to Urzer.
Yep, that hits.
That hits.
Oh,
All right.
no.
All right. So at this point, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. All right. Holy
shit, we finally got hit
Go
by
away.
something.
15, 16, 17.
All right. 17. You even. So I'm gonna go ahead, roll its damage. However, you are not considered to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's just like taking these hits. Urzer's still holding on to the toad. Ah, just let me help you!
No, there's...
Which that one's. I'm trying to math.
Urzer, my books say you have to kiss it to make it a prince.
That's gonna be. So as one of the tentacles tries to come back and slap towards itself, it hits you in the back, and you kind of just shrug it off and try to keep the tentacle from wrapping around you. You take about 20 points of bludgeoning damage as it crushes your back.
Ow!
And
I want to ow! Hey!
that it is going to back up, and it's going to bound towards the other side. Oof. That's gonna be.
Wait, do I get an attack of opportunity?
You can make an attack of opportunity. Urzer, do you still
Okey-doke.
wish to hold on to this thing?
I do.
Make make a strength check.
Okay.
Sweet foolish child.
That's a 4.
No.
Wait, no, that's actually a 3. I have negative strength.
Yeah. Almost the cracking of your back and it jumping away just out of your fingertips. And you're like, ah!
No, come back. Let me help you.
All right,
No.
so Garo,
Alright.
go ahead and make an attack of opportunity.
Okie dokie. That is a 15.
Is it 15? All right, that'll hit.
Alright, so what die would I roll? Like, just a regular d6? or-
Just whatever your regular attack roll is. Are you doing?
What you wish to attack with.
I'm going to start doing my unarmed strikes. That'll be d6.
You only get
That
one
is a
attack.
5.
You only get one
Oh,
attack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only using it for like. I got a 5 plus 3, so that's 7.
7. All right.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Idiot.
Sorry, my bad. I don't know, do math no good.
No, idiot! I'm not a geolatrist.
Okay.
What is this, rocket science?
Good to know.
I'm not a mathematician.
All right, that will be the end of the Froghemoth's turn. It is now Urzer's turn.
Well, I didn't technically have to be next to it to cast Animal Friendships, since it is changed. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm not giving up on this toad.
Okay.
Wisdom DC 14.
14. All right. That is going to be an 18 straight, so 19 in total.
That's my turn.
It doesn't want to be your friend.
As you try and
That's
once
okay.
again,
I just don't want it to.
as you reach out to try and coax it once more, its eye stalks now look back once again to you, and it's angry. And
Oh, boy,
that will be
he's
the
scared.
end of that. It is now the hag's turn once again, and she fails. She's
Guess what?
dead.
Oh, that one.
Oh, okay.
Press F in the chat.
She bled out.
Yeah. So
Yep.
so she is dead. And that will be the end of that. Garu, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, when he was flipping his tentacles around, like, he grazed the top of Garu's horns, and when he, like, jumps over him, he's gonna stand still for a moment. Ba-boom, ba-boom. His heartbeat, like, picks up. His purple veins start popping out. He's gonna, like, dash towards it, pry open its mouth, and do an acid breath attack.
All right. Its mouth is gaping open, so it's
good.
probably an easy
It's
shot
like a
for you.
kiss.
It's like a football
Oh, yeah.
field.
Gotta kiss the frog. So they'll just roll, like, they'll just roll for a raw d6
Yep.
3 times. Okie dokie.
What's the
Ooh,
save?
that's a 6.
What's the save,
Oh,
by the
there
way?
is no.
There is no?
The save?
Yeah,
No, there's none. It just says 3d6.
Huh.
Oh, the dex sit.
Yeah. Dex
Yeah,
save.
it's a deck save.
So that'll be 12.
D12. Okay. It fails at a 6.
Good.
So, yeah.
Excellent. As it, like, jumps back down, it closes its mouth a bit. Gar's gonna, like, lunge towards it, pry open its mouth, and just start fucking hurl into it. The first one's a 6. Second one's a 2. And the last, that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. 10 points. A whole 10. All right.
He's got, for his second attack, he's gonna, like, take back his stance, do another unarmed strike.
All right.
So that'll be... Ooh, that's a 17.
All right. 17. That will hit.
Okay. Gonna activate, do these 6. That's a 5. And then he's gonna activate another key point. Flurry of blows again. So do I roll 2 times?
Yes.
Alright. Oh, just Okie dokie, here we go. That is a 6. And that is a 12.
Unfortunately, neither of those hit.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. As you try and hit the blubbery mass of this beast, you feel your hands just squish in places that just don't seem to do too well.
Alright. Wait, hold on. Apparently chat's saying that that's like a breath action only does like a single attack, right? That's the only action
Oh,
to do.
a breath action. Okay, so
Yeah, your breath weapon, I think, is your action.
Oh, okay, then just do the only 10
I
then.
thought it was a bonus action. Never mind. All right, good to know. Well then,
I was gonna like go back into stance then, his mouth clacking, he's fucking pissed.
Oh, I bet. All right. So that being said, it is now Lionel's turn. Lionel, you are here.
I'm not gonna steal the kill from River. She needs this.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
No, dude, no. I'm not being a shit. I don't want to bogart you. You seem actually
It's
really
the best
upset about
kind of
not getting
therapy.
this out.
Do what Lionel would do. It's fine.
Lionel, well, the frog is the bigger fucking concern at this point. Move. Actually, no. Before you move him, I'm gonna take a free action to look over to Canis.
Yeah.
Do you wish to hit the? Do you wish to attack the frog?
I prefer dealing with hags before the frogs.
Okay, well then that backfires this plan. I'm gonna move back as far as I can, and I'm gonna cast. I can have a 90 foot of range on this. I'm gonna cast chromatic orb at 3rd level on this thing.
Okay.
And we're gonna go ahead and make this electricity damage.
Oh, lightning damage.
Lightning.
Unlimited time.
17.
That will hit. So, that being said, as you hit, and as the lightning begins to crack within your hands, you see the eye stalks as they're kind of just looking every which direction, trying to find its next meal. As it leaves your hand, it hits the side of this face, and you see the whole thing tense up like a giant muscle, and it holds, and it begins to wriggle around, its tentacles now flailing every which direction. You see that the mucus that was once a part of this thing has begun to dry up and crack. It now has a -2 to its AC.
Cool. Can I roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
Oh, that was that. Oh, neat. We found a weakness.
Yep. Shock susceptibility.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm gonna calculate the damage for you. I rolled an 8. Okay, 8 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus last roll 1. So 20 points of damage.
20 points. Good to know.
Glass cannon, glass cannon.
Hell yeah.
Nah, he's just glass.
Good.
Yeah, if listen, let's not get it twisted. If I take 1 hit, it's it. That's it. I'm gone. I'm
All right.
fucking gone.
All right, good. No. All right, so that's going to be the end of Lionel's turn. It is now Franz's turn, as you are now standing in between your friends and this thing that is trying to not stare at you.
Friends?
Dry, your mic is off.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
All right, so now it's Franz's turn.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So, how messed up is this Behemoth looking?
Not too messed up. He's taking a bit of a beating, but he's not in danger.
Yeah.
With the
Been
strength of
laying into him.
1,000 wolves, he's gonna shillelagh hit the Behemoth.
All right. It begins to panic as you approach it.
It's jiggling in fear.
Actually,
Mood. Woo.
he's got the shillelagh ready in his hand, and he's like, "This is my gift to you."
All right, make an attack roll.
All right. That is.
Give to you.
I got a 1.
Oh my!
Oh no!
This is my gift to you. What is, as you hold overhead, you try
Jumps in the
to
mouth.
whack one of its eyes. It completely whiffs it, and you spin around, and you knock one of your after images, and it disappears.
Oh.
Father, how could you?
Generally speaking, there's always a hilarious after result with nat ones.
Mhm. I have expected him jumping inside the mouth.
You try.
Like straight up fucking like. What's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy? Ah!
God,
Drax, no!
Rex.
Oh god. And I
Well
was
then, mistakes were made.
try to be cool, not doing that again.
Yep. I learned my lesson. Don't get cocky.
All right. It is now Truffle's turn, as I am assuming she is trying to get up. Fortunately,
boy.
there is no path that leads Truffles to the frog
It
behemoth.
was about to wake up.
That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you woke up last turn.
she was woken up by it, yeah. Well, she'll go pick up Urzer then.
Alright.
We'll get on Boar back.
Alright, good to know. Oh no.
And just hold her action for now. So just being together.
Okay. Good to know. She will hold her action. Alright. Electric's turn. She's gonna get up. She's gonna look at you. You're becoming a problem. And she's gonna reach out and try to hold on to you. I need you, River,
Who's you?
to make
Oh.
a charisma check.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
The bless works on this?
Yes. It's a saving throw.
Okay. So it's 14 plus 3 plus 1.
Plus 3 plus 1. So, as she tries to hold on to you, you suddenly feel as if there is a slight warp behind you. You see that there is a dark tunnel right behind you, and you jump out of the way before she pushes you, and it snaps closed. Burn
What
that spell.
was that?
That,
Oh dear.
that was supposed to be banish.
Ah,
Oh. Oh, gee.
ah, thank you, Canis.
Blessed.
Attack bless.
Canis
Yeah,
just
so,
inadvertently
so-
saved you from the Shadow Realm.
Don't expect me to counterspell anytime soon. I don't have any more third levels.
It's alright, you've done a good job.
Alright.
You did your
and,
best.
looking hurt as all hell.
Oh, fun, fuck. Just try to move, bitch. Just fucking
Roll my percentage.
Yes.
You like this
disengage
action?
Alright. So, she begins to look around, staring. It seems like she begins to put her hands up. And that is going to be the end of her turn.
Huh.
She's giving up.
She's giving
Canis.
up.
I mean, maybe.
Mm-mm. I don't trust like that.
Or
She
she's
has-
lining up for a third fireball.
Her comrade is dead. She has a responsibility. So, Canis, it is now your turn.
I'm going to incite her surrender attempt.
All right, go ahead. Make an insight check.
Soft 20.
Soft 20.
Yep.
As from what you can tell, it looks genuine. She was trying to keep you guys away from here, and she is currently at the command of a hulking beast, and she's putting her hands up. You can
Are
definitely...
we the bad?
With the baddest.
Are we the baddies?
Call off the frog and we'll stop attacking you.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
He looks down at her with the "I'm getting too cheerful for this shit" look.
21.
21. As you say that, she raises a hand and she points a finger towards the frog. Asiala Aska Dorosk. And you see, as before this beast can lurch forward towards Garu, it looks to the hag, and then it looks back. Steps back. I have a duty, yeah? You
are trespassers. Leave now, and then you may go free. I will no longer attack any of you, but I must keep these gates closed.
For what purpose?
I am trying to prevent a greater calamity, greater suffering, not only to your world, but to mine.
Involving the aid of demons?
That was not us. Me and my other two sisters had locked them away within this temple in order to prevent that from happening. And you are about to unlock a greater threat.
I would like to insight check this.
Go ahead.
I as a player, I'm trusting her, but River not doing great. Thank God for the Behemoth Stalton. It's going to be 16.
16? Considering everything, yeah, okay. So as you, everything that she's saying, it seems to be lining up with what you've been reading on the door. You know, those that are corrupted, those within must never come out. It's starting to add up. These hags are acting as gatekeepers, and you just killed 2 of them.
Damn it. River's going to put her blade back in her scabbard.
Alright. She lowers her hand.
I want to. River wants to run as fast as possible towards the hag that died. I want to see if there's anything possible that can be done there. I'm going to send you something. Tell me if it's even remotely possible to use this there.
You see. That will depend.
Up to you.
No.
Just a smidge of possibility. No.
No, because that would have needed to be used.
Yeah, alive. I figure. Still.
Yarrow, quick question.
Yes.
So River is trying to like somehow save the hag that like died.
Mm-hmm.
What about that spell that Lionel found in the book?
The research notes?
Reincarnate?
Yes.
Reincarnation.
Yes, that one. And then also the one that was on the slip of paper that he gave Franz.
I pretty much gave him a copy of the spell.
Would that possibly be able to do it, or would it not?
As you begin to read, it is clearly something that is out of your and anybody else's here ability. And as you kind of look towards the hag, my abilities are only of those of the 4th ring. I've tried twice and failed.
What do you know about the demons that's been showing up? Why is this forest entirely dying and corrupted?
Perhaps under the circumstances, you all seem too interested. How do I intend to trust any of you?
I think I can solve that matter. Candace will cast... Where is it? Zone of Truth.
Okay. I'm gonna say, for the sake of the argument, this will be the zone. We're gonna consider that combat is now over.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
When
Nice.
diplomatic immunity.
Oh yeah. So.
Joe is just standing in the corner trying to calm down. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. It was just a little scratch.
As you cast Zone of Truth, within the small circled area, and you beckon her to step within, you step within it as well.
We all need to make saves, don't we?
You can say you fail it if you want.
But pretty much, you read me Zone of Truth?
You create a magical zone. It is a 15-foot radius that I can cast within 60 feet, and it lasts for 10 minutes. Create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. When I fail to save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. Unaffected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie.
Is it concentration?
Duration 10 minutes. No.
Okay, so we still have the bless.
The bless only lasts for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's gone, dude. You can't lie. You can't get out of this one.
Alright. So, as you all kind of approach the area nearby, and you stand before this weird-looking woman. I can sense magic of truth here. Very well. Speak your truth, and I shall speak mine.
Recently, we have heard of demonic activity occurring in these woods. After some research, we had come to the conclusion that it was you hags that were summoning demons. Clearly, we have found out that was wrong, and we wish to find some more information on the matter.
It is good to know that most of this information is correct. It is due to a coven, but not ours.
God damn it!
The coven is within this very temple. Within it are trapped 3 of the most powerfulest fae that I had ever met within my life. It had happened not too long ago. The reason why we had left the Feywild within the kingdom. The reason why we left behind our research. It had all to do with the calamity.
Sister book, it stated that there was a meeting with a large large entities, something that, while beautiful in nature, is also powerful, but the page is missing. What can you tell us of that?
I remember that meeting. I wasn't there for too long, but I knew the man. He was quite beautiful. Human. His hair like gold and silver, his eyes bright and shining and glimmered. Not a single spot out of place, not a single hair out of its weave.
What was this meeting of?
When he had initially approached us, he had talked about how he was a plane walker. He traveled from place to place. At first we thought he was a Gith, but still, no matter how we looked at him, he was human. But better. Better than any of you. She's staring at all of you, kind of
judging,
pompous.
Hell yeah. Would Lionel know anything about the plane that she's speaking of?
The term plane walker is often used by those of the Gith. They kind of just travel from one
one plane to another, kind of just opening their mind and expanding. Or if you're a Githyanki, looting, pillaging. The way that she seems to be describing this individual doesn't seem to be that of a Gith.
That means there's another party of otherworldly marauders coming into the material plane.
No, he was one man. He...
Human?
A human, yes.
Well, he appeared human. Doesn't mean he actually was.
Mm.
You spoke of 3 things to my memory. The first was understanding the human body and understanding the element and its energy, its worth, and how one could power entire cities by using life. I would know something of this, as that's what we were studying. It was also quite odd to note how he managed to get through all the Palisade guards, how he managed to get within the research in our laboratory. The second part I remember is that he spoke of the gods as if they were less than, or how they were fallible. And then the third thing was the thing that made those within this temple go mad. Wanting power. He spoke as how he was going to thrust a spear into the heart of the world and the gods itself on a very particular date, and that we all should witness it.
Doomsday prophecy.
That date was 1 month ago. The day that southern fishing city was wiped off the map. He spoke as if he was the one to do it. And thus, those within the coven down below here started seeking the power of the abyss and started researching, making pacts with demons and becoming those of the night, twisted into fiends.
But that doesn't make any sense, because then this man's end goal sounds like it's trying to be the end of the world.
And why you would understand the desperate nature of those below here. They want the power of the abyss so that they can defend themselves for when this world will turn to rot.
Lionel holds his hand up, just like shaking his head no, now like getting very deathly serious about this. No, that's not what I mean. Yes, you may speak of the fact that there might be people down below trying to summon demons, but that doesn't still excuse the fact that a man just barged into our realm and created portals for other things to seep in and bring more destruction.
As terrifying as
there is fault in your logic. This Lionel says with absolute, like, there's a fucking difference in his voice. He went from kitty to like, the moment he said fault, it's like, there is fault in your logic.
At first it was considered a joke. We thought that this planeswalker spoke of madness. How could one man have the power of a god? A human being, the power of a god. And in one night, did he strike a spear into the earth itself in the heart of them.
Then our quarries... Sorry, I'm sorry.
What are we to do? I have no idea who he is. But I know one name came from his lips. Have you ever heard of Lumeria?
The what?
Would I?
Well, we'll find out next week.
No, I had questions.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. So, that is going to be the end of tonight's episode of D6, you guys.
No, I need to ask questions
Oh,
now.
so many
I have
questions.
questions.
That's what the cliffhanger's for, to get people
I
to come to the next
don't.
session.
God damn it. Can you spell that, by the way?
Lumeria.
Yeah, can you just get her name?
Let's see.
Numeria. Okay, great. We are dealing with Lumeria.
Yeah, Lumeria.
Yeah, we're dealing with
Right.
lemurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, lemurs.
Lumeria.
You know, those little black and grayish monkeys.
They're beautiful. They're cute. I love them. So,
Maurice, I hate you.
They like to move it.
So yeah, you make your list of questions now. Yeah, so that's gonna be tonight's episode. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Ah.
Yay!
Before I go, I wanna double check and see if we got some little bits.
We did get raids from Monty, Koo, Midnight, and Connor.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
You didn't even notice?
I did not notice.
Well, we
We
were
got nearly to the 200s.
Oh my god. Well, that's
yeah.
awesome. Thank you guys. That's really awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, Monty. Thank you, Connor, and thank you, Koo. You guys are freaking amazing. So
You're wonderful.
yeah, you wonderful. You beautiful. So with that being said, come back next week for here. Thank you, Caitlin, for those little bits. All right. All right, so come back next week for to find out more about what is Lumeria.
God Lord.
We almost just fucking let out demons, guys. We just stopped it.
Hooray!
Yay.
I technically killed both of them.
We saved the city.
We saved the city. It's rubble.
All right, so
Patrick, we saved the city.
so
We
with
saved
that,
it from ourselves.
so that being said, thank you guys so much, and as always, see you next Sunday. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.